It is the first Saturday of the season in Como for the 9th-ranked Missouri Tigers. An absolutely beautiful day to welcome the Buffalo Bulls out of the MAC. But will the Bulls fade to black when they have to meet up with Mizzou's death row defense? We're about to find out. You're watching Missouri and Buffalo on SEC Network. Huge expectations for Eli Drinkwitz and this Tigers program. Preseason ranked number 11 in the AP Top 25. After the win against Murray State, up to number 9. They have the baddest dude in college football, Luther Burden III, first team AP preseason All-American. His quarterback up for the Maxwell, given to the top player in college football. And that opener, how about it? 51-0 over Murray State. With that, hello and welcome to Columbia. I'm Lowell Galindo, ready to bring the juice with my guy, the former Texas star, Fozzie Whitaker. Now, Eli Drinkwitz, Mizzou's head coach, not showing any signs of complacency after the 51-point win. And before you Mizzou fans start saying, hey, it's Buffalo from the MAC, we got this. Keep in mind what just happened at Notre Dame Stadium. Northern Illinois, out of the MAC, just took down the Fighting Irish. Now, Drinkwitz has been on Brady Cook, Luther Burden to practice with more urgency after he says the offense went 0 for 7 combined on deep shots and what he calls DNA routes. How do they get better?
Yeah, one of the things, and just like my lapel pin, Kirby, got to find the superpowers. And what Kirby does best is use that vacuum, inhale those superpowers, and they're trying to find a way to inhale what they did in 2023 and recreate that. Brady Cook, 0 of 4 on 20-plus yard passes, 2 of 6 on 15-plus yard passes. That is something that they have to improve on if they want to get back to that 2023 status that they were at last year.
I'm not sure Coach Drink had enough time to warn his guys about how tough teams are out of the MAC, and if he knows that Northern Illinois went to Notre Dame Stadium and got the win, but he's had his guys on high alert for this Pete Limbo-led Buffalo team all week long. We know him, the former special teams coordinator here in the SEC with South Carolina. He opened up with a victory over Lafayette. Missouri won the toss. They've elected to defer. So the Buffalo Bulls will start with the football. And C.J. Ogbonna is finally getting a shot to be the starting quarterback for this Buffalo program. He's been to Faurot Field before. He was with Southeast Missouri State back in 2021. They came here, lost to Mizzou, but had 96 rushing yards in that performance.
Yeah, that's something that he's obviously going to lean on, being in this stadium before, showcasing his abilities, and then tapping into what they did very successful in week number 1, trying to recreate that magic here in Faurot Field.
Now it gets real, really fast, going up against this death row defense that did not allow a single point in the opener against Missouri State. Al-Jay Henderson, the tailback. It's going to be Ogbonna, and there is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Chris McClellan, what a debut for the Florida transfer a week ago. He had that key 4th down stop on the first drive for Murray State.
Yeah, I got to see him up close and personal before the game started. He is all of about 325, and you can see the impact of how he plays in that last game a week ago and then in that last play right there.
Big dudes wearing single digits. Fozzie, that's what college football is all about. And Mizzou has a bunch of those guys. Nick McMillan in motion. Ogbonna wants to throw. Little fade to the sideline. Underthrown, looking for his tailback. Al-Jay Henderson. Tristan Newsom in coverage.
Yeah, there are going to be some opportunities with one-on-one matchups. We know Missouri has gone to the man coverage from time to time. Buffalo is trying to find them in that opportunity. Their one-on-one matchup with the back. Ball slightly underthrown for him not to be able to come down with it.
Doesn't matter if it's Blake Baker or Corey Batoon calling the defensive shots. Tigers not missing the beat. 3rd and 10. Here comes the pressure. And broken up by Joseph Charleston. That's going to be a 3 and out to open things for this Mizzou defense.
Yeah, as you watch here, they bring some of the pressure. Buffalo actually does a really good job of picking it up. But whenever you're that tight in coverage, Joseph Charleston makes a great play, gets them off of the field. They picking up right where they left off a week ago.
And it will be our first opportunity this evening to see the most sudden player in college football, Luther Burden. every punter facing Mizzou does their best to stay away from him, but you can't stay away from him too long because he's coming back on offense here with his signal caller, Brady Cook. Want to see him a little better on those deep shots. He was 0 for 4 on passes at least 20 yards downfield.
Yeah, the DNA routes that Coach Drinkwitz was talking about, those stick routes, 12 to 10, the goal routes, the post routes. We're going to see those in today's matchup. Can he be better than what he was a week ago?
So notable absence at tight end. Brett Norfleet has that shoulder injury, injured it in the second quarter in the opener, will not play in this game. Also, Mitchell Walters starting at right guard over Cameron Johnson because of an injury. And there's a quick touch to Theo Weiss Jr., the upperclassman leader of this receiving corps.
Yeah, we got a chance to speak with Coach. And Kirby Moore mentioned how much of a veteran leadership role Theo Weiss had whenever he came in, teaching a lot of the young guys what it means to be a great and hard worker, and that showcase right there.
3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Burden closest to the line. Nate Noel, the transfer from Appalachian State. What a debut for him. 11 carries, 48 yards. You know, Noel showed he runs a little more physical than his measurables. Marcus Carroll showed he's got a little more wiggle and speed than his measurables.
I think they complement each other so well. As you see, the outside stretch play is something that this offense specializes in. It's what got Cody Schrader where he was a season ago, and they're picking up again where they left off with that run.
Marcus Carroll now checks in, and it's going to be a direct snap. A fake reverse, and moving on the right side, looked like Noel. So Noel faked the reverse, brought down by Solomon Brown, who picks up 11 yards.
Yeah, a little trickeration right there. Going to the Wildcat formation, fake the reverse to Brady Cook, find some open space, and first down for this Missouri team.
Kirby Moore knows all about those trick plays coming up through that Boise State program. I think talking to Coach Drink, though, he's more of a fan of the trick plays than his offensive coordinator. Little pop pass on the sweep to Luther Burden III, his first touch of the evening.
I love the creativity, the way they find a different look to get Luther Burden the ball. We obviously know how dangerous of a player that he is. Whenever you get him in the ball in space, it makes a huge difference.
So bottom of the screen is your defensive coordinator, Corey Batoon. Second to the top, talking on the walkie-talkie, that's the OC, Kirby Moore. Second and 8. That's Theo Weiss. And the quick toss to him from the far hash, and Weiss using that 6'2", 210-pound frame. Getting really close to the sticks. 7-yard pickup. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Being efficient on the offensive side of the ball doesn't mean you always have to pick up a first down on one play, but staying on schedule to be able to get into a 3rd and short situation is what Kirby Moore wants to emphasize and how they're executing correctly right now.
The power back, Marcus Carroll at tailback. And we have a flag down.
False start. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That goes against Connor Tollison, starting center, who really runs the show for this O-line.
And as you can see, the movement from the defensive line may have startled him, created an opportunity to get them in a 3rd and medium, 3rd and long situation, which is what you can't have whenever you're trying to execute on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 6 after that 5-yard penalty. Mookie Cooper in motion, and the toss back to the motion man, and incomplete. Charles MacArthurins was in coverage, and that will bring out the field goal kicking unit. And Blake Craig, who was a perfect 3 for 3 in his Tigers field goal kicking debut a week ago. Lining up for a 51-yarder. kick is up. And Blake Craig, 4 for 4 to start the season. Give him that from 51 yards out. So it was a 3rd and 1 situation. The false start moved them back, incomplete pass. They had to settle for this field goal, but the Tigers do get on the board first.
Yeah, great execution right there. The hold, the kick, it would have been good from 55. What a great way to start off the first drive.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's Fair and Fast 24/7.
Coach Gecko!
Coach G.
Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work.
The worst part about being a caveman is the upkeep. I'm a hairy guy, but my razor has to...
Coach Gecko!
Coach G.
Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's Fair and Fast 24/7.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's Fair and Fast 24/7.
All right, let's run that again.
Geico has fast, fair claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file it. Coach Gecko!
Coach G.
Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, trainees, let's work on our fast and friendly claim service.
Eyes on the phone now.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
All right, let's run that again.
Geico has fast, fair claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file it.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's Fair and Fast 24/7.
Game time! Wing time!
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's Fair and Fast 24/7.
Coach Gecko!
Coach G.
Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work.
The worst part about being a caveman is the upkeep. I'm a hairy guy, but my razor has to...
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's Fair and Fast 24/7.
Coach Gecko!
Coach G.
Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work.
Eyes on the phone now.
Your repairs have been scheduled.
Finding where my wife wants to eat, it's like finding the right coverage. It's a big guessing game.
This is the SEC on ABC, and this is how it's done.
Hard pressed to find an empty seat, an empty spot on the lawn, anywhere to sit down with this crowd right now inside Faurot Field. They showed up on Thursday night for the opener, and they are back as this kickoff goes off the upright. That's a bomb right there. Love to see it. Fozzie from Mizzou, loving to see the production of this defense.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of the talk has centered around what this offense can be, but defensively a week ago, they put their full power on display, only giving up 85 total yards. And because of the production that they lost, they had guys step in and step up in a major way. There was a big question mark there, but how that question mark gets answered is continue to create the consistency and the continuity that Corey Batoon is looking for, and they showcased that in week number 1.
Eli Drinkwitz said, biggest question by far, how do you replace 2 NFL cornerbacks? Toriano Pride and Drayton Norwood did brilliantly, and that is Henderson. But man, what really stands out about Mizzou is the beef on the defensive line. They can go 6 deep between the 2 defensive tackle spots.
Yeah, I think that's what you have to have in today's society of college football, especially playing the SEC. Guys that can rotate in and out in production, not dropping off.
Victor Snow motions out of the backfield. Henderson is back in, and this carry goes to Henderson. He's going to try to stretch it out and runs away from Dalen Carnell. But it's Marvin Burks Jr. able to track that down, and You know, up here we don't cheer for players, but we can become, or excuse me, for programs, we can become fans of players. Burks made us both fans week 1.
Yeah, as you can see, Burks situated in the middle of the field. He finds his way to getting to that running back. Running back obviously picks up a great gain, but Burks is there to help try to eliminate the loss.
Ogbonna will throw, trying to stretch the field, and it was underthrown as Tajee Johnson, the transfer from Boston College, was trying to make that adjustment. Covered up by Norwood. Coaches told us Norwood is their top cover corner, who typically will just lock in to the primary receiver on the opposing team. May not do that tonight.
Right, but at the same time, C.J. Ogbonna, he has to be able to get a little more settled in, give his receivers a chance whenever it's one-on-one matchup, see what happens down the field.
2nd and 10 for the Bulls. Another aggressive shot. He had a man, and it's just underthrown. That's Victor Snow. Pete Limbo really felt like Victor Snow had the speed to run with the Mizzou secondary, just not great size at 5'8".
Yeah, being a smaller guy, you got to have that speed. But again, Ogbonna, there he was pressured in the pocket, wasn't able to be able to make the throw comfortably, and I think that's why it sailed over the head of his receiver or intended target. Here's an opportunity on 3rd down to be able to overcome those 2 bad throws or bad misses that this offense experienced.
3rd and 10, Jaquez Barksdale, now a tailback. Another aggressive downfield shot, picked off. Marvin Burks with the INT. That is a dog on the back end for this Mizzou defense.
When you're watching tape, number 1 stands out to me. He was one of my favorite players on this defense because of how he flies around the ball. Now, there appears to be a tip pass where Ogbonna's throwing that short post route. It gets tipped up, and we know whenever there's a tip or an overthrow, you get an opportunity for a turnover. Marvin Burks Jr. takes full advantage of that and puts Mizzou right at midfield.
And I love the way Eli Drinkwitz talked about the death row defense. He says that's who we are. It's not attached to a single coach or a player, but now everybody has their ability to put their own stamp on it. Corey Batoon and Marvin Burks doing exactly that. Cook to throw, and a quick one to Theo Weiss. And Weiss now with a couple of catches in the early going.
Yeah, that's 3rd catch for Theo Weiss now. As you see, he's being a focal point of this offense early on. We'll start to get more looks at what Luther Burden can provide, as he's only had the jet sweep touch so far in the game.
Ball is getting out extremely fast. To Noel. An outside zone, slipping through 1 tackle and taking it to the 35. That is the bread and butter of this Missouri offense.
Absolutely. You sprinkle in a little misdirection, have the defense have to shift over with the motion, and then you get an opportunity to get right on the edge. Nate Noel does a great job of shedding the first tackler and then getting upfield, picking up the 1st down.
Noel started last season at Appalachian State with 5 straight games of 100 yards before getting injured against James Madison. Back foot throw from Brady Cook. He was trying to find Mekhi Miller. What happened there, Fozzie?
Yeah, they tried to run a nice little pump route where they fake it to the screen, get the slot defender to be able to go up on a wheel route. Solomon Brown actually does a phenomenal job sticking with this guy. They were in that man coverage look, forces the throw by Brady Cook to go over his head, and they're able to hold their own 1st down.
Cook looking right side, tight coverage, and complete to Luther Burden, the 3rd. His 2nd catch of the evening. A little slower pace than last week. 3 touchdowns in the first 5 minutes, 19 seconds. Fastest ever for Mizzou to get to 21 points in the game. They scored 28 in the first quarter, tied for the most in program history. It helped having that onside kick right off the top that Mizzou recovered, and the 4th down stop on the first drive for Murray State. A little check with me here from Brady Cook on 3rd and 7. Backside pressure before he falls down, completes to Nate Noel, but Noel was tripped up. Devin Morgan was a man with the pressure there, a sophomore out of Maryland.
Also, you see Sean Dolak in coverage there. This is the guy for Buffalo's defense that everything runs through. You see the green dot on his helmet. He is their leader, their playmaker. He was in good position there again to be able to minimize the gain after catch.
The MAC Defensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. It was 51 for Blake Craig, now from 49. Will the result be the same? It will not. So the first miss of the season for the redshirt freshman and an empty drive for the Mizzou offense. 3-0, Tigers lead.
All right, let's run that again.
Geico has fast fare claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
Just tap right here to upload pictures, customer.
Try getting on a first name basis.
Sure. Vicky.
To track your status, just click. Super easy.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone.
Ooh, you're a pro.
Scroll, tap, scroll. Ouch! Oh, I'm cramping.
Yeah, we've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
Game time, wing time.
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't wait to tailgate with.
Excuse me. You left your head.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Chicken from Popeyes.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
There is a 7th-year star in college football, Chuck Hicks Kachuga, one of the leaders of this Tigers team. We got him mic'd up pregame.
Yeah. Yeah, Theo. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey, that's our time. Let's go. Yeah. Go time. Hey, proud on 2, 1, 2. Let's get it.
And Fozzie, I know you still get those feels when you're on the field before the game.
Absolutely. Game day vibes.
Nothing beats it. Here's Barksdale now in the backfield with C.J. Agbana, just 15 yards for the Bulls through 2 drives. A little confusion on the mesh point, but Agbana read that like a champ before he's brought down by Corey Flagg Jr. and Trevez Johnson. Flagg was another one of those guys all over the field in his debut last week.
Yeah, well, the mesh point was disrupted because Jalen Marshall got back there so fast. C.J. Agbana made a great decision being able to pull the rock, don't make a bad play worse, turn it into a positive, picking up 3 yards.
No offensive turnovers for this Bulls team in their opener. And that is Barksdale. He was the spark. Oh, running angry to the 49-yard line. 15 yards for Jaquez Barksdale.
230 pounds coming downhill. That is a bad man right there. Finished with 99 yards rushing just last week, and he shows why he's able to be very physical.
But all 99 were in the second half last week. Early touches for Barksdale here this evening. And back to him. Why not? But you are not going to break out of the arms of Marvin Burks Jr.
Yeah, and those running backs last week, they had a great showing. You can see Barksdale there, 99 yards and a touchdown. L.J. Henderson, who started the game, 37 yards, a touchdown. And then Terrence Shelton, who coaches are very high on, the true freshman, 215 pounds, got in some action. We'll see a little bit of him today as well.
Lamar Sperling, another running back, did not make the trip for Buffalo. 2nd and 9, C.J. Ogbonna backing up. A little screen, gets it to Barksdale, and another fine open field tackle by the Tigers defense. That's Khalil Jacobs, a guy that played last season for Corey Batoon at South Alabama.
Yeah, what an unbelievable play by Jacobs there. You see the screen route unfold, and Barksdale catches that ball with 3 defenders in front. Jacobs finds a way to split all 3 of those blockers and then comes down, makes the tackle, puts it in a 3rd and 7 situation for this Missouri Tiger defense.
Ogbonna nailed but complete to Victor Snow. Move those chains. Zion Young did not get cheated on that hit, but Ogbonna wins this battle.
Yeah, as you can see, he hits Ogbonna right in the chops. Ogbonna stands in there. Look at the courage of that young man. Throws a rocket. First down for the Bulls on this play. What a play.
Something cooking now for Buffalo. Here's Barksdale. Tough sledding against this stout Missouri defensive line. Johnny Walker Jr., one of the leaders, coming off a breakout year a season ago.
Yeah, the combination of him and Chris McClellan on that play, they're showcasing some of that defensive line talent and that defensive line depth there, trying to make it very difficult for the Bulls to be able to find some success after early on in this drive they were able to pound it for a couple of yards.
27 straight drives for the Missouri defense without allowing a touchdown. That ties the program's longest streak in the past 20 years. Ogbonna tries to reverse fields, little seam, and he gets scooting in a hurry. Flag makes the tackle.
Here's the utilization of them being able to use the motion to their advantage. They empty the backfield out, go quads in one direction, try to get the defense to offset and be out of position. It allows Ogbonna a little bit of space to be able to pick up some yardage and make this a 3rd and manageable situation.
Keep in mind, a week ago, the Tigers were the only defense in college football to not allow their opponent to have multiple snaps in their territory. 3rd and 6 we go. Ogbonna looked right, backside pressure, and it's going to fall incomplete. The Tigers' defense was harassing him. That's going to set up a 4th and 6.
I think harassment is the correct word. C.J. Ogbonna has not felt comfortable in the pocket, but it looks like Coach Limbo is very comfortable as his offense is still out on the field getting prepared possibly to take a shot here on 4th and 6.
This would be a 53-yard field goal from here. So go for it on 4th and 6. Ogbonna, bottom of the screen, looking for Taji Johnson, the physical target. And it's broken up by Drayden Norwood. He has been a stud at corner to start the season for Mizzou.
Absolutely, one of their best cover guys. He goes to showcase why he is heralded as one of the top guys. One-on-one there, Taji Johnson just could not bring it in. Great smothering coverage by Drayden Norwood.
The worst part about being a caveman is the upkeep. I'm a hairy guy, but my razor has to be available 24/7.
Available 24/7. Sounds like Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Oh, I see. Okay, funny man, why don't you come up here and tell some jokes?
What do you call a gecko who helps with insurance? My hero.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
This is amateur hour.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. At BK, have it your way.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
On Season 7 of Fansville by Dr. Pepper, the new era of college football has arrived.
What's it mean, Sheriff? The 12-team playoff. It's here.
And it's getting stranger than ever.
Someone's stealing our signs!
Dad, is it true that I was born a Tech fan?
No!
The landscape is shifting.
I hate Manu Conference.
The cast is growing.
I'm a new character.
And the game is changing.
They didn't put Dr. Pepper in this game? So unrealistic. We waited 11 years for nothing.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
This is the moment you all right
You'll never see anything like this ever again in your life. It's a one-of-one.
A love letter to Mexican combat sports inside Sphere.
There's bad blood attached despite the trilogy fight to end the rivalry.
On September 14th at Sphere, the greatest live sporting event of all time.
Let's go, baby!
Mo Galindo here with Fozzie Whitaker for the campus of Missouri. The only disappointment to this day so far for you, Fozzie, back-to-back weeks, you've looked for a live tiger, didn't find one at Auburn, didn't find one here at Mizzou. But other than that, it's been an awesome evening. This is what's new with college football, 12-team playoff. We got conference realignment, 2-minute timeout at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter and fourth quarter, and helmet communication from the coaches. Brady Cook stretching the field, tight window. Wow, trying to thread the needle to Theo Weiss Jr.
That was absolute phenomenal placement there. That's something that you have to hit on. The window is very small and tight. Would have been a contested catch, but those are the things that we talked about with Coach Drinkwitz. Again, they were 0 for 4 a week ago on shots 20-plus yards downfield. Now they're 0 for 1 in this game so far.
Theo Weiss is a dude, but that ball should be caught.
Yes.
Typically would.
Absolutely. He can make that catch. Very capable to do so.
Marcus Carroll, the tailback. That's Tyler Stevens, the former Buffalo Bull, in motion to tie it in. And complete to Theo Weiss. His 4th catch of the evening. Marquise Cooper forces him out.
That's a big play right there because the confidence of Brady Cook. Hey, I know I just threw the ball to you. I know it was a tight window. Would have been a hard contested catch. You weren't able to come down with it. Let's go right back to you. Build that confidence right back up. Pick up 9 yards. Put us in 3rd and short situation.
Just need 1 to keep this drive going. Carroll remains in at tailback. Stevens comes in as a lead blocker, left side, and a good second effort by Carroll to pick up the first down. Marcus Carroll is a semifinalist for the Doak Walker last season, given to the top running back in college football. Flying a little bit under the radar with this transfer when you consider he was 10th nationally in rushing yards at Georgia State last year.
Yeah, I think Missouri found a little eye in the tiger in the way that Marcus Carroll runs the rock, and picking up the first down there, you see his impact already.
Always got to track Luther Burden. He moves into the backfield, and here we go. Carroll lead blocking for Burden, and we've got a flag down as Burden takes it out to the 50-yard line. Let's clean this up.
Appears to be some frustration by Luther Burden early on right now as well.
Holding. Offense. Number 80. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
That goes against the tight end, Tyler Stevens. Again, no Brett Norfleet in this game for Mizzou.
Yeah, Tyler Stevens right on the edge. Hands are right on the shoulder pads, not allowing that defender to be able to get off the block. May not have even made a difference if he was able to let him go, but just got to have better hand placement there. Luther Burden obviously frustrated. Now it puts them back in a 1st and 20 situation to begin this series.
But we're seeing what offensive coordinator Kirby Moore calls forced touches. They want to identify the playmakers and make sure they not only get the football, but they get it early in the game to keep them engaged. And here is another way to find Luther Burden. And if you can try to get him a sliver of space, he's one of the most dangerous players in the game.
Yeah, right there, you see him just motions out. Nobody goes with him. Defenders playing almost 10 yards off of the ball shows you the amount of respect that they have for this guy, but you're giving up free yardage underneath. 10-yard pickup right there for that Missouri Tigers offense.
Kirby Moore says he learned that concept of forced touches from Brian Harsin at Boise. Flag is down. Burden takes it to the 40-yard line.
It appears the point of emphasis might be getting Luther Burden the ball on this drive.
I'm picking up on that as well.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense. The slot man was covered up. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So some sloppiness now showing up for the Mizzou offense.
Yeah, these are things that happen early on in the season, trying to figure out the right formation, be in the right spot. That would have been a pickup of 13 yards and a 1st down. But here we are again, penalties forcing this offense to take a step back.
Now, was that pre-snap with that penalty?
Pre-snap, yes. So you have one receiver that was on the line, and then on the inside of him, you had another receiver that was on the line. Both of them cannot be covered up. That's where you see the penalty there affect this offense.
Buffalo with confidence, only down 3-0 at the end of the 1st quarter.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
Football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
Oh, we don't pass, Tina. Come on.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami?
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good? It's made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
On a hyped-up Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
All aboard the hype train. We're going all the way. Woo!
I heard this hype train runs an ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
And the hopes of overly optimistic fans. Hey guys, check out my new tattoo.
We're so winning it all.
Even the national media agrees.
And they're never wrong about anything.
Oh, wait.
Our quarterback got injured in practice.
Okay, everyone off the hype train.
Well, that didn't last long.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Today, it all begins. I'm seeing my life for the very first time through a different lens. I'm gonna fly. We'll be dancing with circumstances, drown the music out, stay alone.
This is the SEC on ABC, and this is how it's done.
Truth
South rolls into Austin, Texas. Driving Cesar Chavez, the East Side main drag, we mark what is endured in this booming college town and watch in admiration as recent arrivals sample old traditions to make new lives. True South, Austin, Texas, Tuesday.
The Buffalo Bulls Mafia has traveled well. They're fired up. Their team is hanging around. 3-0 Mizzou leads at the start of the second quarter. Moments ago, we talked with Buffalo head coach Pete Lembo. First thing, Coach, how do you think your team is performing through the first quarter?
Our defense is playing well. You know, we held them to a field goal and then the missed field goal there, and we're tackling pretty well. We played the deep ball well so far. So those guys are ready to go. We were a little uneasy on offense. We had a couple mental errors, a few misalignments, but then we settled down. We started moving the ball. Just got it in that area of the field where, you know, you don't want to punt. It's too long for a field goal, so we went for it on fourth. What the heck, right?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for your time, Coach.
Okay, thank you, guys.
So even though the Tigers...
Pass interference, defense, number 21, 15-yard penalty, and an automatic first down.
So Fozzie still looking to complete the deep shot this season, but they do have a pass interference on the deep shot to Luther Burden, and they've got this one to Marquise Johnson.
Yeah, as you can see, they had an opportunity. Marquise Johnson downfield. Defender just doesn't get his eyes around, initiates that contact. Eddie Pleasant, the second that is, and it gives Missouri a first down.
And there's Burden reversing courses. He's got Tyler Stevens leading the way. Sudden, electric, down to the 25.
That's the explosive nature that Luther Burden provides to this offense. He lines up in many different spots. They just want to get the ball to him, and putting him in space is an absolute positive for this Missouri team. Looking a little bit like Debo is the comparison that Eli Drinkwitz made about Luther Burden.
18-yard pickup, and did you see the right tackle? Armand Membu booking it downfield as well. Impressive. Here's Carroll probing left side and looking for that contact as he always is. It's brought down by Devin Morgan. So the Tigers in the red zone. This is what they do better than anybody. Cash in. They've scored on 63 of 65 red zone trips since the start of last season. That's number one in the Bowl subdivision, and there's nothing happening there for Carroll. Now, what they don't do as well is convert these red zone trips to touchdowns. Only 63% there. That's only 55th in the FBS. You want to convert these to 7 points, not 3.
Yeah, if you want to be a championship contending team, which a lot of people feel as though Missouri does,
oh yeah,
especially as a top 10 AP poll ranked team right now, you got to be able to take advantage whenever you get in the red zone.
That's Mookie Cooper in motion, and back to the motion man. We've seen this a lot. A little shake, a little bake. Still fighting is Mookie Cooper. Savion Brown, Solomon Brown, that's a scary spot to be in with an athlete like that in the open field, but they make the stop.
Again, the motion, it allows the coverage to play back 10 yards, 11 yards
Rolling on the
deep.
field is a forward fumble out of bounds. The ball flipped to the spot. Well,
interesting, did not see the ball come free.
Came out a little bit late, but when you have that much free space, Missouri's going to take advantage.
Going to Carroll with that strong right side with the Buffalo defense standing tall with Red Murdoch, who is a dude at linebacker. This is going to be one of the best linebacker duos in the MAC with Murdoch and Shen Dulac.
Yeah, being able to have that type of versatility, but the physicality that Missouri is showing on this drive, we see the penalty early on in Missouri's first drive, it affected them. They had to settle for a field goal. Now, the penalty on the Buffalo Bulls, giving the automatic first down for this Missouri team. Now you see them situated on the 3-yard line looking to take advantage.
Sean Dolak and this Bulls defense looking for a stop. Mizzou looking for 6. A little lower the shoulder for Luther Burden. From the Lou to the zoo, you call up the plays, he'll choreograph the dances. Burden finds pay dirt.
Again, what a unique way to feature his athleticism and what he does best. Be an athlete, be the guy, and that's exactly what he does. You see the jet sweep handoff, and then finish it, lowering the boom on that defender just to let him know, hey, I'm still that guy that you got to look out for.
Is any player in college football featured more in a variety of ways than Luther Burden?
Not at all. That's what makes him so special. That's why he's a preseason All-American. That's also why he's up for the Biletnikoff, because he does it all and he showcases that ability right there, even running like a running back with the physicality.
Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good? It's made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
Okay, trainees, let's work on our fast and friendly claim service.
Eyes on the phone now.
Look alive, Drew.
Your repairs have been scheduled.
Nice.
Yes, you'll get a rental car on site.
Heads up. Oh, I'm gonna turn this down to an 8. My bad.
We can do this all day. Geico claim service is 24/7. Nice catch.
Your claim has been approved. Your claim has been approved.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity, because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
Let's hear it for the biggest stage of all, thriving on its electricity, vibrancy, humanity, a kaleidoscope of experiences. If you're looking for that soul, that unbreakable spirit, that drive to go the distance, you've come to the right place. The U.S. Open, August 26th through September 8th on ESPN.
Noah Galindo here with Fozzie Whitaker. Luther Burden III has a receiving touchdown this season, and he's got his first rushing touchdown.
Yeah, this is where he is so special. Get it to him in space. Jet sweep there, tosses it right in front. Be able to split defenders, and again now, it's a different look. Opposite side of the ball, 3-yard line. Let him go to work, and he does.
And it's must-see TV. Short kick here. Terrence Shelton on the return. Takes it to the 20. No place to go. That's Joseph Charleston making the stop. Here's our Week 3 SEC football lineup, beginning Saturday at 11:45 a.m. Central, with Mizzou taking on Boston College. Eagles rolling to start the season under Bill O'Brien. We follow that with Arkansas hosting UAB. And we cap the night with 14th ranked Tennessee hosting Kent State in Knoxville at 7:45. Each game is also available on the ESPN app, so you can watch it anywhere. Arkansas let one slip away on the road in Stillwater, a 21-7 lead over the Pokes at the half.
Double overtime is not the way that you want it done. On 2 sides, though, Oklahoma State, Mike Gundy found a way to win.
Yeah.
So you got to look at it from both of those perspectives.
2 back set with Henderson and Barksdale. And it's going to go to Barksdale, and the Mizzou defensive line not budging. Corey Flagg is in to make the stop. How fun was it talking to Corey Flagg a day ago? Told us that he's a country boy at heart, grew up in Houston, loves the outdoors, loves Columbia because it's a little smaller than where he was playing down at the U in Miami.
Absolutely. Student of the game. We've seen him make plays all around the field. You've heard his name called several times. Continue to watch that happen.
Trey Norwood showing the corner blitz. Little option pitch. Down he goes, and there is that man, Corey Flagg Jr. His dad told him at a young age, you're not going to be the biggest, you're not going to be the fastest, so Fozzie, a guy like Corey has to watch film.
Yeah, he watches a ton of film. He told us that one of his favorite players that he looked up to while he was watching film was Mike Singletary. And if you're going to watch somebody do it at the same size or similar size as you are, that's probably a great person to look at. And that was a phenomenal tackle. Him executing one-on-one in open field, creating a 3rd and long situation for his defense.
It's that tape study that allows him to play at that speed. Loss of 5, 3rd and 12. Akbana sacked. Johnny Walker Jr. His first sack of the season.
Here's what makes that so impressive is Missouri, they only rushed 3 defenders here. One-on-one opportunity for Johnny Walker Jr. And guess what? He believes he is better than that left tackle, and he absolutely put that on display as he creates this 3rd and out situation for that Missouri defense.
Luther Burden back to field the punt. Will he get an opportunity? He will after the bounce. A call for the fair catch, apparently.
He was about to get loose right there.
Oh, that's what he was looking for.
Sideline warning, Missouri. 1st down.
Now, watching Mizzou a year ago, seeing them in the spring game and watching them on film from week 1 and this evening, what jumps out to me, that defensive front is going to be one of the better groups in the SEC, and that's saying a lot.
Absolutely. Considering the production, we showed that graphic a little bit earlier, how many guys they lost to the NFL draft on the defensive side of the ball. You see the defense holding up their end of the bargain, being able to still hold the Buffalo Bulls to 0 points on the scoreboard.
No one has scored on the Tigers yet. Cook, quick toss. Theo Weiss muscling forward. 5 catches for Theo Weiss, former OU Sooner. And how about the quarterbacks Theo has played with? Jalen Hurts, Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams, Dylan Gabriel, and now Brady Cook, who is in that echelon of quarterbacks.
I think that's pretty awesome right there. He's had some great passers get him the ball.
Low snap, almost fumbled, but brought down for a loss as Red Murdoch was there. So it looked like the knee was down, however. Let's check it out on the replay.
Yeah, as you see the low snap, knee is down as Brady Cook comes up to be able to hand the ball off. So he is down right there. We did see this play out last week where there was a jet sweep opportunity. Luther Burden, ball was mishandled. It turned into a fumble. Some people thought it was an incomplete pass. Right there, knee was down, brings you 3rd and 5.
Talk about Burden getting loose. He was going to get loose on that play.
Absolutely.
Creative call from Kirby Moore. Nate Noel motions out, pass over the middle, and Theo Weiss keep on racking up those catches. Give him 6.
What a great contested catch there on Sean Dolak right there. Dolak, right place, right time. Theo Weiss just comes up with a better play, and the execution was there.
Back to the ground. It's Noel showing off the stiff arm to the 50-yard line. Jalen McNair forced him out. We talked to Noel, and the outside zone, the bread and butter of this Mizzou offense. He said, despite his size, he's actually more comfortable running between the tackles.
Well, he's been very effective being able to run the outside zone so far. Between the tackles is one thing that they'll also feature and get into. But as you can see, this defense is getting worn down, running sideline to sideline, trying to defend everything that Missouri Tigers has thrown at them so far.
2nd and 4. Noel leaves Cook empty. Quick pass and complete to Jordan Harris, sophomore from Pine Bluff. played primarily on special teams last year. Got a start at tight end against Memphis. And that is Jordan's first reception of the year. 9 yards.
Start to see this offense look like they're getting into a little bit of a rhythm here. Brady Cook's cooking. They are finding a way to get motion, find the snap and the read that they want, snap the ball and put them in the best position.
Cook with time. Cook lets it fly. Theo Weiss moving inside and booking it inside the 5-yard line.
This is what makes this play so successful, is that play action, being able to fake the outside zone, and then the offensive line provides the protection for Brady Cook to dish it out. Puts them in a manageable situation.
Noel! Oh, takes the big lick. But did the little man get in? Red Murdoch did his best to keep Nate Noel out of the end zone. Big top collision.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 or more in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Second time we've seen one of those pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, that's something that they have to get cleaned up. As you can see, they got too many guys off of the ball. Receiver, running back. You got to have one of those guys on the ball to make that illegal formation. Ultimately, you hope that penalty doesn't cost them points on this drive.
Second red zone trip for the Tigers. Cashed in with Luther Burden the last time down. 4 penalties from Mizzou to start this game. Noel using the slide size to slip through a couple of tackles before Savion brings him down at the 3-yard line.
There's a little bit of that running in between the tackles that he mentioned. I think being 5'8", the size that he is, he's able to hide behind some of those bigger offensive linemen. And then boom, pop goes the weasel. He shoots out and finds a way to pick up 4 or 5 yards each time he hides between one of those bigger guys in front of him.
5 carries, 34 yards for the first year Missouri Tiger.
Unbalanced.
Some old school I formation here. And Cook is going to roll and throw corner of the end zone. And he had Tyler Stevens wide open in that corner. What happened there, Fozzie?
Yeah, those are the plays that Coach Drink was talking about. Again, you got to be able to hit on these plays if you want to take it to the next level. Fake was phenomenal. Now you just got to finish on that play. He leads them just a little bit too far outside, and they can't capitalize on that one-on-one opportunity.
It's going to set up a 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line. Cook can receive communication from his OC Kirby Moore until the play clock hits 15, so it has now been shut off. 2 running backs in the backfield. The flip was a fake to Burden. Cook keeps it. 1 ref is saying touchdown, so it looks like Brady Cook is in. But how about Luther Burden being the ultimate decoy on that play to set this up?
Yeah, being able to fake that pitch route to him, get the entire defense to flow that way. Obviously, you see 3 defenders getting out of position. And then Brady Cook finds a way to insert himself, and it's a very close call there, but it appears that the ball did break the plane, and that's where Brady Cook is so deceptive and how he hurts you. Whenever you don't account for him, he makes you pay in the biggest way.
And this is ultimately what Kirby Moore was looking for. Forget the field goals inside the 20. We want the end zone. And now on 2 red zone trips, they found it with running plays. Burden, and then the fake to him, and Cook with the finish. Now, Limbo is stating his case, probably asking, wasn't he short? He's not going to win that argument. Here's Craig to make it a 17-point game. And he gets it to go. So after a relatively slow start for the Missouri offense, they're now starting to find their groove.
Yeah, overcoming a penalty there, Brady puts the stamp on that drive.
Let's run that again.
Geico has fast, fair claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
Just tap right here to upload pictures, customer.
Try getting on a first name basis.
Sure. Vicky.
To track your status, just click. Super easy.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone.
Ooh, you're a pro.
Scroll, tap, scroll. Ouch! Oh, I'm cramping.
Yeah, we've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good? It's made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
Volleyball on SEC Network and SEC Network Plus.
The U.S. Open, August 26th through September 8th on ESPN.
Well, the marquee early game was Texas going on the road and stomping Michigan 31-12. Quinn Ewers could be a problem in the SEC. Northern Illinois goes to Notre Dame and reminded me a lot of Appalachian State getting on the map by going to Michigan back in the day to get that win. That is an absolute stunner, and Syracuse beating Georgia Tech. But the beautiful thing about the 12-team playoff, Notre Dame may have been out of it already a season ago, but even with that loss, they still have a path to the 12-team playoff.
Absolutely, I think that's what makes it so fun this season, the most exciting season for college football.
A low liner was under the back of the end zone to set Buffalo up at the 25. So this was the Cook touchdown run. Looks like we're playing on the Nintendo back in 1987. Love it. They took a look upstairs, but no definitive looks to force that to be overturned.
Yeah, I told you my lapel pin is Kirby. We went back to the 8-bit video graphics. Not a definitive look. They upheld that touchdown for the Missouri Tigers. And that's what you want to see if you're Kirby Moore and Elijah Drinkowitz to be able to see the offense coming alive and finding their rhythm in that last drive.
Now, if they would have gone up, up, down, down, left, left, right, right, A, B, B, select start, they may have gotten it overturned. There's Barksdale on the ground. And a nice pickup on first down for Jaquez Barksdale, senior from Topeka.
The drive that Buffalo had the most success on, they were able to feature Barksdale running the ball, and he had a really big run. I think they're trying to tap into that identity again here on this drive.
Loaded backfield, and now everybody motions out. Barksdale to the right of C.J. Ogbonna. Points would be huge on this drive for Buffalo. There's Barksdale into the open field, rumbling to the 50-yard line. Third on the team a season ago with 248 rushing yards. He's starting to establish himself as the dude.
Absolutely. You see them inside zone, put a hat on a hat, allow Barksdale to be able to find some space. He does find some space, and again, picks up another first down for this Bulls offense.
That was Corey Flagg's brother, Caleb, a.k.a. Bam Bam, trying to chase him down. Back to Barksdale, showing that angry running style, and picking up 3 yards before Marquise Gracial brought him down. Now, Gracial, big-time prospect coming out of high school, St. Charles out of St. Louis, only played in 3 games in his first 2 seasons, had a tackle for loss in the opener. He's really the reason why the Tigers could be 3 deep now at each defensive tackle position.
Absolutely, and his size, 325, 6'4", speaks for itself. He's making his presence felt in a tremendous way.
Well, at least Buffalo can say we're getting snaps off inside Mizzou territory, something Lafayette or Murray State could not do a week ago. And there's a spin down to the 45-yard line. And this is reminiscent of the drive in the 3rd quarter for Buffalo last week against Lafayette, when Barksdale carried it 6 straight times to set up a touchdown pass to Nick McMillan.
It's proved successful for them so far. Picked up 2 first downs on this drive behind the legs of Barksdale. Now puts them in a 3rd and 5 situation. We'll see what Coach Patnaud wants to go with on this 3rd and 5.
Now it is Aljay Henderson into the backfield for the Bulls. Victor Snow has a big catch. He's in motion, and that's going to be well short of the line to gain. Just fighting was Henderson to get it back to the LOS. Sidney Williams, Zion Young there with a stop.
Now you make that call there because you are anticipating if you do not get it, you're going to go for it on 4th down. We already saw that play out in the 1st quarter. It was a 4th and 5 situation. The ball was slightly out of reach of Taji Johnson. Do they try to take a shot here or maybe try to go underneath somewhere? We'll find out.
Gotta love the aggressiveness of Pete Limbo and his play caller, Dave Patnaud. 4th and 4. Agbana has a man, but he overthrows Aljay Henderson. That could have been 6, Fozzie.
Yeah, this was the exact same play that they came to in the first drive that they had offensively. Tried to hit the running back. They bring it back on 4th down, had an opportunity to again, just overthrows it, and there are the results. Another turnover on downs for that Missouri defense.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's fair and fast 24/7 claim service.
Do we have to do the Geico stuff on him here?
Yep, we do. Let's play the clip.
Holding, number 53, 10-yard penalty.
This literally happens every game. Can we just skip to the action?
Nope, nothing but fair and fast claims, just like Geico. Here's the next clip.
But I don't play the clip.
Pass interference, number 34.
Wow, doesn't get any fairer than this, boys.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
BK's new fiery menu, 5 items, 5 levels, so you can do you. Level 1's like, level 5's a bit, woo. It's fiery at BK. Have it your way.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
On Season 7 of Fansville by Dr. Pepper, the new era of college football has arrived.
What's it mean, Sheriff?
The 12-team playoff. It's here.
And it's getting stranger than ever.
Someone's stealing our signs!
Dad, is it true that I was born a Tech fan?
No.
The landscape is shifting.
I hate Manu Conference.
The cast is growing.
I'm a new character.
And the game is changing.
They didn't put Dr. Pepper in this game? So unrealistic. We waited 11 years for nothing.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
It would be the best story, not only in tennis, but maybe in sports.
Raise your hand, Serena.
We were just 2 young black girls playing in Compton. This is not normally how that story goes. I looked different. I played different. I was more emotional. I was better. I was stronger. I had muscle. I was something that no one had ever seen before. Ever.
call them fourth down stops, but really Buffalo beat themselves for the second time on a fourth and medium conversion attempt. So Missouri gets the football back, great field position at their own 45. Logan Galindo here with Fozzie Whitaker. And this is a quick pitch to Theo Weiss. And Theo Weiss is having himself a day. About 8 catches now, Fozzie. Feed the beast.
Yeah, he's showcasing why he was brought into Missouri and why this is one of the best receiving corps in the country. Luther Burden obviously headlines who these receivers are, but Theo Weiss is making sure you don't forget about who he is and becoming a household name for this Missouri offense.
2 shy of his career high for catches, and we got 2:34 left to go here in the first half. Oh no, Nate Noel almost broke free. Eddie Pleasant may have just saved a touchdown.
Yeah, you see the burst that Nate Noel possesses, getting downhill quickly and then finding a way to get open in open space. Eddie Pleasant makes a touchdown-saving tackle right there.
Noel, the stud out of Miami Northwestern High School, produces elite talent year after year, and that is complete to Joshua Manning, his 4th catch of the season. And that brings us to the 2-minute timeout. Take a quick break.
That is the 2-minute timeout.
Tries to finish this drive after the break.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. And get access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
On Season 7 of Fansville by Dr. Pepper, the new era of college football has arrived.
What's it mean, Sheriff? The 12-team playoff. It's here.
And it's getting stranger than ever.
Someone's stealing our signs!
Dad, is it true that I was born a Tech fan?
No!
The landscape is shifting.
I hate Manu Conference.
The cast is growing.
I'm a new character.
And the game is changing.
They didn't put Dr. Pepper in this game? So unrealistic. We waited 11 years for nothing!
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Never seen it like this before. Whoa, make you wanna get that, get that. Got 'em coming back for more. Let's go. Yeah, I'ma bring the wow. I'ma bring the wow. Yeah, I'ma bring the wow.
Enjoy up to 3 years complimentary scheduled maintenance with every new Genesis. Exclusively at your Central Florida Genesis retailers.
What's the order? 50-cent boneless wings?
50-cent boneless wings on 2. Ready? Break.
Hey, bro.
50-cent boneless wings only at Applebee's.
Every week, ESPN Plus brings you magic.
Lamine Yamal provides a bit of magic.
Streaming every La Liga.
Es increíble estar aquí.
And Bundesliga match. From NWSL to the FA Cup. World-class soccer all in one place. ESPN Plus. For the love of soccer.
Coming up at the half, an opportunity to watch Marching Mizzou, streaming live on the ESPN app or SEC Network Plus. Tigers known to have the best sousaphone section in the SEC.
Yep.
I completely made that up. But this is not made up. Theo Weiss, 8 catches for 91 yards. His career high, 10 catches, 123. He's on pace to shatter that number. Rest of the team, 7 for 41. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. That's Mookie Cooper in motion. Cook will scramble. A little mini hurdle. Stayed up inside the 10. Cook! Elway style into the end zone. 31 yards.
Let the young man cook.
I see what you did there, Fozzie. Woo!
What an unbelievable, well, it was believable. He just did it. What a phenomenal play right there. Brady Cook finds a way. The play was covered beautifully by Buffalo. Nate Noel running on the wheel route, the athleticism. Even though he trips, he says, I'm not going down, and then up. Get some air. How much was that hang time right there, Lowell?
It was enough
to get him 6 points on the board.
That was along the lines of the moves that we saw from Missouri cheering Palm in their pregame warm-ups. They were doing flips and aerials, and Brady Cook looked just like that getting into the end zone.
Well, the Golden Girls gymnastics team, they're not the only ones that can hop and jump and make it look so elegant the way that Brady Cook did right there. Look at him get his hops up and over. He tucks it, gets across the goal line, and then the blocking by Nate Noel will be able to get him that final push into the end zone. What a great play, great execution. Finds a way to use his legs. 6 points for the Tigers.
So you're going elegant.
Number 0 for Missouri is now number 84.
Hey, I think elegant is the word to put it. What would you say?
Effective.
Very effective. Josh Allen-esque, if I might say.
Oh, now that's slap in the face. Everybody back in Buffalo watching. And you just throw the Bills quarterback comparison to the guy slicing and dicing through the Buffalo defense. Come on now. So Cook has tied a career high with 2 rushing touchdowns. I mean, that's a part of his game. That's something that he can do that you have to account for. And at 6'2", 212, he can finish.
He is in his bag, or should I say he is in the kitchen cooking over the stove right now. 2 touchdowns, matching that career high.
You are too much, man. Too much. Well, tonight's SEC football final is back for another season with Dari Nowkhah, Chris Doering, and Benjamin Watson. They'll take you through the biggest stories of the day and break down all the SEC games. That's 10 Central right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Those guys have fun. I think it's safe to say we have fun.
Absolutely. I have a ton of fun.
That's never in doubt. So what does this compare like? You've played here before, now being in the booth. What is it like here in Columbia for you?
The level of excitement is still there. The love of the game is what showcases itself every single time I step in here, being able to diagnose these plays.
151 for C.J. Ogbonna and Buffalo to get on the board. Screen set up nicely to Messiah Birch, and cuts it up with a first down yardage. Marvin Burks Jr. forces him out. Messiah Birch, redshirt freshman from Staten Island. That's where the head coach Pete Limbo grew up. 12-yard pickup.
See a wholesale change by this Missouri defense. We talked about how much depth they have. They just literally substituted the entire defense to get some fresh bodies out there.
Ogbonna nailed. Lit up by Joe Moore.
This is why you switch up those guys. Be able to put in fresh legs. As you see Joe Moore come here at the bottom of your screen. What an unbelievable rip move right there. Finds a way to get pressure on Ogbonna. Another quarterback hit. Miscommunication on the offensive side of the ball. The ball sails, puts them in a 2nd and long situation.
Well, you mentioned the wholesale change a moment ago. The DC Corey Mattoon told us that he feels that 18 of the 22 players on the 2 deep for the defense are interchangeable. That's impressive. 2nd and 10. Ogbonna on the slant, and that is Snow breaking out to the 40, still up to the 35-yard line for the 5'8" sophomore Victor Snow.
Yeah, Victor Snow is one of the fastest players on this Buffalo team. He was able to showcase his speed right there, and then obviously slippery after the catch. Beat Toriano Pride, being able to create that contested catch opportunity, and then makes the most of it once he gets the ball in his hand.
28 yards for Victor Snow. Ogbonna looking for points. Has a man down the sideline, but miscommunication there. That was Snow. And absolutely covered up Had the safety coming over the top to help as well. Toriano Pride Jr. in coverage. What kind of impact has he made in his first season coming over from Clemson?
Yeah, I think we talked about the production that was lost. You lose 2 NFL corners, then you got to bring in some experience and playmakers, and that's what Toriano Pride has already brought with the pick 6 last week and now being in on some contested catches.
Out of the diamond formation, Birch now the lone tailback. And Birch will try to fight up the middle, and he's met by Zion Young, transfer form from Michigan State.
Timeout, Buffalo. They're first of the half. 30 seconds in length.
Bulls calling the timeout. Gives us an opportunity to get caught up with some of the scores. Arkansas let it slip away in Stillwater. Would have been a huge win for Coach Pittman in that
Please
program.
reset the game clock to 1:07.
Georgia all over Tennessee Tech. Not really a surprise there. Same for Ole Miss. Alabama in a battle in the second quarter against USF. Tennessee, NC State in the first quarter. What stands out there, Fozzie?
Yeah, Alabama, South Florida. We saw this game play out a season ago. Went down to the wire. We saw Jalen Milroe being benched. He wasn't the guy that led that Alabama team, and then we saw what happened the rest of the season. Could this be the same recipe? South Florida giving Alabama a run for their money and then creating a run for Alabama.
Right here, right now, we have a 3rd and long situation. Buffalo 1 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. Fake to Snow, give it to Barksdale. He takes it to the 30. Will Buffalo go for it on 4th down for the 3rd time tonight? They are 0 for 2 so far.
Timeout, Missouri. They're first of the half. 30 seconds in length.
And at this point,
please reset the game clock to 1:03. 1:03.
If you're now down 24-0, does it increase the urgency to continue to go for it on 4th down?
It does, but I think here you got to be smart. Go ahead and take some of the points. 47-yarder is what the distance would be. That's not an easy walk in the park or just an easy kick, but at the same time, you don't want to pass up on the points opportunity. Missouri calls the timeout there. They feel as though they might get a decent opportunity if the kick is missed to be able to go get some more points on the board, as they've been able to score now 3 straight drives and help blow this game open with 24 points right now on the scoreboard.
And it's going to be a field goal attempt for Nick Reed, lining up for what will be a 48-yarder. Will Missouri allow its first points of the season? Kick is up. No! The Tigers stand. 2 stops on 4th down. A missed field goal. And the Missouri defense is still perfect. Death row is rolling. No points allowed through 6 quarters of action, essentially.
Now that offense that has found their rhythm, being able to create some consistency, they get the ball at the 30-yard line, their own 30. This is a perfect opportunity to work on your 2-minute drill. You got 2 timeouts that you're working with now. Let's see how they execute. Who's going to be the go-to guy? Theo Weiss already has proven he can make plays. Do they find Luther Burden on a deep shot? Maybe Marquise Johnson finds a way to get loose. We don't know, but the opportunity is there for them to take advantage of it.
And this is an opportunity to simulate something that you may need to simulate in a more critical moment later in the year. Cook looking left side, complete to Theo Weiss. He is now 1 catch shy of tying his career high. That's number 9.
Again, these are similar to those DNA routes that Drinkwitz was talking about. The field 12, field 10, being able to get the ball out there, flip it, get out of bounds quickly, save some time, and then get ready to run the next play.
Cook, a cool and efficient 16-20 passing. There's the check with me. The headset will shut off right now. Until the snap, Cook no longer has communication with his offensive coordinator. Cook wide open. Theo Weiss has tied his career high with 10 catches.
And again, here's where the execution is pivotal. Get the communication in, keep that clock That clock is rolling, so you got to be fast, stay ahead of the clock.
Well, Cook trying to stretch the field. He's got time. Flushed, directing traffic, and will smartly get out of bounds.
That's the veteran poise in the pocket that you want to see from Brady Cook. Right, the play breaks down, pocket collapses. What do? Extend the play and then get out of bounds, save a timeout. 2nd and 8, 35 seconds left. They still got a perfect opportunity.
Inside 2 minutes, the clock will stop. Snapping from just shy of the 46. Cook check down to Nate Noel. Slips one tackle, takes it to the 50, and gets out of bounds.
Again, the poise. I'm loving the way Brady Cook stands in the pocket very firmly. His guy, first read isn't there. His guy, second read isn't there. Checks it down. Nate Noel makes a guy miss. They pick up a couple of extra additional yardage that they can utilize, gets out of bounds, save another timeout. Now he puts you in a 3rd and 4 situation where you got to try to get a chunk play as time is winding down.
Again, helmet communication shut down at 15 seconds on the play clock. Get that towel out of my way, says Brady Cook, for the 3rd and 4. Daniel Blood in motion. The pitch and catch to the speedster Marquise Johnson.
Execution there again. They call a timeout.
Timeout, Missouri. Their 2nd of the half. 30 seconds in length.
Here is our Week 3 SEC football lineup beginning next Saturday at 11:45 a.m. Central with these Missouri Tigers taking on Boston College, followed by Arkansas hosting UAB, and we cap the night with 14th ranked Tennessee hosting Kent State in Knoxville at 7:45. Each game is also available on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. Take me through this last completion from Brady Cook to Marquise Johnson.
Yeah, as you see, the pocket is there. You got a quick 3-step drop, finds a slant route. Buffalo has been given the cushion to these Missouri wide receivers all game long. Take what the defense gives you. Knee is down. They call a timeout. They convert for another 3rd down.
So after the Mizzou timeout, time to go back to work. Clean pocket, the laser over the middle, complete to Marquise Johnson. Back-to-back catches for the sophomore, who is the future of the program at the receiver spot.
Absolute dime right there. Got to snap the ball quickly to get a playoff.
One timeout left for the Tigers. Cook looking left side, he wanted Johnson, checks it down, Noel, he's got to get out of bounds. He's going to dance, try to reverse field, and now Mizzou has to take that timeout.
Yeah, this is their last timeout there. That play kind of broke down on Brady Cook.
Timeout, Missouri. Their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Antonio Coleclaw was there with the pressure, along with Deion Crawford. Now there, you want to see Noel go out of bounds, save some time, maybe take another shot, then use the timeout?
Yeah, you would love to see him go out of bounds. He probably would have lost yardage if he actually would have went out of bounds immediately. So maybe Brady Cook throws that ball away out of bounds so that they save some of the yardage for their kicker here to be able to create a shorter attempt.
So Blake Craig will line up from 50 plus. .52-yard attempt for the redshirt freshman. And we've got a timeout. Pete Limbo.
Buffalo, their 2nd of the half. 30 seconds in length.
Bring some of those Buffalo temperatures down here and ice the young man before this kick. Coming up in the half, we'll check in with Dari Noka and the K. Talk about Texas taking down Michigan. Arkansas losing in double overtime to Oklahoma State. Probably update us on that Alabama USF game as well. Pete Limbo, no stranger to the SEC. Most recently, special teams coordinator in South Carolina. So did that freeze them timeout work? We're going to find out as Blake Craig lines up for what would be the longest field goal of his career. And Craig leaves it wide right. And anytime you talk about wide right, Buffalo fans say, why do you got to go there? My apologies to Scott Norwood. But at the half, Missouri with the 24-0 lead. It took them a while to get going. Just 3 points in the first quarter, and then what happened, Fossey?
Yeah, the floodgates opened up. You got Luther Burden the ball in space. He shows you his dynamic ability, lowering the shoulder, getting into the end zone. And then, do you smell what Brady is cooking? Well, back-to-back touchdown runs for that young man. Absolutely amazing. Being able to flip over the defense, put up 6. 24-0, Missouri Tigers up right now at the half.
The worst part about being a caveman is the upkeep. I'm a hairy guy, but my razor has to be available 24/7.
Available 24/7? Sounds like Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Oh, I see. Okay, funny man, why don't you come up here and tell some jokes?
What do you call a gecko who helps with insurance? My hero.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
This is amateur hour.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. And BK, have it your way.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
On Season 7 of Fansville by Dr. Pepper, the new era of college football has arrived.
What's it mean, Sheriff?
The 12-team playoff. It's here.
And it's getting stranger than ever.
Someone's stealing our signs!
Dad, is it true that I was born a Tech fan?
No!
The landscape is
I
shifting.
hate Manu Conference.
The cast is growing.
I'm a new character.
And the game is changing.
They didn't put Dr. Pepper in this game? So unrealistic. We waited 11 years
For nothing!
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
Aaron, you're 21 years old. I know everyone sees a football star, but you're just a baby. You don't know who you are.
I know who I am. I'm a demon.
FX's American Sports Story. Aaron Hernandez. Premiere September 17th on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Football. And some big games. We had a huge game, we had a really wild game, and then we had a blowout. So let's go with the huge game first. What do you say? That huge game in Ann Arbor, home of the defending national champions, Texas, carrying that SEC flag for the league in a big game, making a big-time statement, and they were effective doing so. Quinn Ewers, 21 yards to Gunnar Helm. This Michigan defense got sliced up in that first half, especially by Texas.
Great job that time by Quinn Ewers stepping up and finding his big tight end who had a big afternoon for the offense for the Razorbacks.
And then
the horns, excuse me. Thinking I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, you are. That's one of the other games.
Yeah,
it's
so
not,
excited.
It's not this game. Jared Gibson touchdown, then Ewers to Matthew Golden. The Houston transfer had a couple of touchdowns last week. Against Colorado State, it was, you get the point, it's all horns. How about Ewers again? One of his 3 touchdown passes, 246 yards. That's Jaden Blue blasting the maize in blue 31-12. I mean, I think they made a million statements, but what was the biggest statement?
It was the biggest statement was not that we are back, but we are who everybody is thinking that we are. I mean, they proved it by going on the road to the big house, hostile environment, going against the national champs from last year, and they didn't miss a beat. And offensively, Quinn Ewers is in complete, total control of this offense. I mean, you saw the way he was able to maneuver in the pocket, keep his eyes downfield. He spread the ball around to different receivers, and it wasn't just one type of play, CD. You saw the whole plethora of play calling from Sarkisian. There was hitch routes on the outside. There was a little screen to Isaiah Bond, a middle screen. There were double moves. There was a tight end in the seam down the middle of the field. And so Michigan had no answer for this Texas offense. And look, this is a continuation of last week. And I think that moving forward, as teams start studying this offense, there's just so much for them to have to deal with because they've got so many weapons.
Yeah, I don't know that there's anybody that's as good of a play designer, play caller as Steve Sarkisian is. And he put that on full display. He and his quarterback, Quinn Ewers, are in lockstep right now. But I thought the message that he sent to Michigan early in this game was, we're the more physical team. Everybody knows Michigan's known for its physicality. Sharon Moore wants to run the football. They have a defensive line that's been highly heralded, and all that Texas did was out Michigan, right? They outran them when it went right down their throats. They were able to play defense and create turnovers. Like, I thought this was very reminiscent of what we saw last year when they went to Tuscaloosa and completely manhandled Alabama.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because Ewers in these two road games, marquee road games, in this game today, 246, 3 scores, no interceptions. In the Alabama game last year, 349, 3 scores, and no interceptions.
With different weapons. With different guys all over there. I mean, how about that?
Yeah. But that whole, the road environment, he seems to thrive in it. He is not worried about where he is playing. Big win for Texas. Okay, the game CD was trying to get us to. Arkansas in Stillwater to face Oklahoma State, and what a start for the Razorbacks. The Utah transfer, Jaquindon Jackson, he goes for well over 100 yards on the ground in the game.
That was the story of the first half, Dory. 162 yards rushing, largely between Jackson and Green primarily.
He had 149. Arkansas, though, missed opportunity after missed opportunity in the second half. The Cowboys come all the way back. But Arkansas's Kyle Ramsey with a 45-yarder to force overtime, and he got it.
There was never a doubt, Dard.
No, never a singular doubt. Double overtime. Cowboys scored a touchdown and converted the mandatory 2-point conversion. Now Arkansas down to 4th and 1, and the Razorbacks are stuffed. 39-31. This one will leave a horrific taste in the mouth of all Razorbacks and Razorback fans for a long time. It should have never gotten to this point. A multitude of things cost Arkansas.
Yeah, it was self-inflicted errors, whether it was missed blocks like you saw there, poor protection of Taylon Green, or you have a chance to go up and kind of put the game away in the first half and throw an interception that goes the other way for a 73-yard touchdown. Points off of turnovers were the difference in this one, 10 in favor of Oklahoma State, none for Arkansas. But I thought they showed a lot of resiliency. Even after things went poorly for them, they battled back. They found ways to get this game into overtime. But again, it was the story of missing opportunities and giving second chances to Oklahoma State, who was dead in the water in the first 30 minutes.
Just chalk up a couple more here. A bad penalty that would have set up 3rd and long in double overtime. How about they gave him a new first down? How about a muff punt? How about a wide open receiver miss that would have tied it potentially in double overtime? I mean, just go down the list.
And look, this is a different team than last year. I still think, after watching them play for 2 weeks, it's a different team from last year. But you got to be able to finish. And when you talk about that second half, they get 2 turnovers in the second half. They missed 2 field goals. They missed wide open receivers by Taylon Green. And so there just wasn't enough. You knew at some point Oklahoma State was going to try to mount a comeback. They're playing at home. They've got a lot of pride, too. Arkansas wasn't able to weather that storm. But you look at them defensively. Look, they bottled up Ollie Gordon. I mean, going into this football game, I thought Ollie Gordon was going to have a field day. They said, we're going to take away the run game from you. He wasn't able to get going. But then down the stretch, they just didn't finish. And if you're Sam Pittman, you're sitting there thinking, I got to teach my team how to finish. It's one thing to play great in week 1. It's another thing to play great for one half of football. Yeah. But in order to win in this league and also across college football, you got to be able to finish games.
Yeah, you wonder if he feels like Brian Kelly felt Sunday after the Southern Cal. The problem is they just got outplayed by Southern Cal. LSU did, right?
Yeah, this
Oklahoma State did not outplay. They gave them a victory, for sure. All right, how about A&M? Team coming off that loss to Notre Dame. home game, kind of a get-right game against the Cowboys of McNeese. 21-zip already. Camden's 6 killers passes picked up by Will Lee. One of 2 for the Aggies defense in the ballgame. Couple interceptions. Then Connor Wigman and Noah Thomas, and it's 28.
Yeah, where was he last week? We wanted to see him and the rest of those receivers. He and Muhsin Muhammad Jr. both had touchdowns in this one, so nice to see those guys contribute.
Yep, there's the Moose TD. 52-10, A&M gets the win. They rack up over 525 yards of offense. They go to Florida next week. It's, again, you wanted to get right. Did they get right?
I thought they got right. I mean, all you can do is go up and play against the next team on your schedule. Very different team from what they faced last week, but I thought the protection was a lot better up front. Connor Wegman looked a lot more comfortable having time, distributed to a lot of different receivers, and were able to run the ball for 333 yards. Le'Veon Moss kind of set the tone early in this one on the first drive, accounting for about 70 yards on that first drive that ended in a 2-yard touchdown.
They bounced back from a very emotional loss last week, a loss where they came into that game against Notre Dame thinking that they should win this football game, and they were kind of out physical at points in time in that game. And to see them run the ball for over 300 yards, Le'Veon Moss, as you mentioned, that comes down to the offensive line. I thought the offensive line played physical in this game, and good to see Connor Wigman kind of get back on track. You know, he didn't play well in the first game, only about 100 yards passing, to get those wide receivers involved, which, CD, they've got dudes. Yeah. They've got a lot of talent on the offense at wide receiver, but for some reason there hasn't been a connection. Hopefully today was a vote of confidence to get 5 touchdown drives in that first half while the first team was in. So they should be confident going to Gainesville next week.
Wigman, 125. Not a ton of yards through the air, but you mentioned the 333 on the ground. They ran it for 8.8 yards a carry. So that's comforting for the offensive line as well.
Interesting that they decided to sit Wegman as early as they did as well. I guess they saw everything they felt like they needed to. And to Benjamin's point, they go to Gainesville next week and probably feel a little bit more positive about what they're doing as they move forward.
Probably didn't show a whole heck of a lot.
That's a good point, too.
Right. Yeah, so there you go. A&M, no problem there. Arkansas, the tough loss. Texas, though, making that big SEC statement in Ann Arbor.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's fair and fast 24/7 claim service.
Do we have to do the Geico stuff while I'm here?
Yep, we do. Let's play the clip.
Holding, number 53, 10-yard penalty.
This literally happens every game. Can we just skip to the action?
Nope, nothing but fair and fast claims, just like Geico. Here's the next clip.
But I don't want to play the clip.
Pass interference, number 34.
Wow, doesn't get any fairer than this, boys.
For savings and service, get more with Geico. Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good? It's made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
Picture this. It's Labor Day weekend. How are you spending it? Chores? Catching up on some Z's? Why not spend the holidays saving a lot? By finally getting that piece you love at a price you'll love even more. But only during our Labor Day sale. Sounds like a good way to spend a holiday. At American Signature Furniture, you don't have to picture it. You can experience it.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
On Season 7 of Fansville by Dr. Pepper, the new era of college football has arrived.
What's it mean, Sheriff? The 12-team playoff. It's here.
And it's getting stranger than ever.
Someone's stealing our signs!
Dad, is it true that I was born a Tech fan?
No!
The landscape is
I
shifting.
hate Manu Conference.
The cast is growing.
I'm a new character.
And the game is changing.
They didn't put Dr. Pepper in this game? So unrealistic. We waited 11 years for nothing!
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Mom, with these sandwiches, I'm gonna be the coolest guy in the lunchroom. I need to practice my cool guy greetings. Sup. Sup. Sup.
Back here in Columbia, Missouri, Theo Weiss is going off with 10 catches, which has tied a career high for 105 yards. Brady Cook has 2 touchdown runs, and Missouri is up on Buffalo 24-0 in their second game of the season. We'll be back in a moment from Como with first half highlights.
Coach Gecko.
Coach G. Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects, a 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True! Smells like insurance.
Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
Game time! Wing time!
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't wait to tailgate with.
Excuse me. You left your head.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Have that chicken from Popeyes.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
On a hyped-up Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
All aboard the hype train! We're going all the way! Woo!
I heard this hype train runs an ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
And the hopes of overly optimistic fans. Hey guys, check out my new tattoo.
We are so winning it all!
Even the national media agrees.
And they're never wrong about anything.
Oh, wait.
Our quarterback got injured in practice.
Okay, everyone off the hype train.
Well, that didn't last long.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
This time I used how my use that used to. And it's in! Historic goal! I love this game, it's so hard. The one you never ever knew about. I'm on the next level now. What a strike!
It's so on.
Left footed goal! Clutch it! Winning your tug, give me back what you
Just an absolutely gorgeous night that finally feels like fall here for the first Saturday night game of the season at Faurot Field. And Mizzou still has not allowed a point this year. Got a shutout against Murray State in the opener, shutout in the first half against Buffalo. It's 24-0. Tigers lead the Bulls. Elsewhere across the SEC, you got Texas, still jarring to see that as an SEC program, taking out Michigan at the Big House. Oklahoma State beating Arkansas in double overtime. Georgia all over Tennessee Tech. Ole Miss beats Middle Tennessee. Alabama getting a test again from South Florida, and Tennessee up on North Carolina State. With that, welcome back to Como. Mo Galindo here with Fozzie Whitaker. Now, it looked like Missouri offensively was a little sluggish in the first quarter. They only put up 3 points. It was a 3-0 game. But we saw this concept that the offensive coordinator, Kirby Morris, talked about, that he calls force touches, basically charting the guys that are playmakers they're trying to feed the football to. And when they started to force it to Luther Burden, the offense really started to click.
Yeah, that opened up other avenues. We see Theo Weiss being able to take advantage of it. We see Nate Noel taking advantage of it. Marcus Carroll as well taking advantage. Whenever you get Luther Burden the ball, the defense has to commit several defenders to him because he's that dynamic and explosive. By that happening, you see 24 points goes up in Missouri. Looks like they found their rhythm, being able to end the second half, or the first half, I'm sorry, on a high note with 24 points.
And also a quick note on Luther Burden. We've received word from Mizzou he's unlikely to return to this game. The cause is illness. That is the word from Mizzou about one of the best receivers in college football, unlikely to go in the second half of this game. But when he got rolling, we get the highlights to prove it. he was electric.
Absolutely. Dynamic is the word that I like to use. You see the flip and toss around right there. Being able to outrun the edge defender, split two more, be able to create in space, and then the opportunity right here, being able to lower his shoulder, run over the defender, celebrating in the end zone. He had his big moment and big impact right there. But that has opened up his partner in crime, Theo Wease, being able to take advantage of some man-to-man coverage as well as soft coverage by the Buffalo defenders. He's on a career day right now, matching his career high with 10 catches, and every single reception has put this Tigers offense into scoring position. Now you look at Brady Cook being able to feed off of what Luther Burden has done as well. The fake toss, running it whenever he couldn't find it in the air. And then, oh my gosh, his best Brad Smith impersonation getting into the end zone. What a name right there as he's cooking it up over the stove, celebrating his second rushing touchdown, matching his career high in the game as well.
So Theo Wease has tied his career high for catches. He's up to 10. He's on pace to quickly get career high with yardage. His previous high is 123 against Texas Tech when he was at OU. Brady Cook, 21-25, 2 rushing touchdowns. And Jaquez Barksdale is giving Buffalo a shot. He's really emerged as the go-to back, and a great opener against Lafayette. He's up to 9 carries, 51 yards. The real difference in this game, though, Missouri defensively on 4th down. They have stopped Buffalo on 2 4th down attempts at about 4 or 5 yards. There was another opportunity for Buffalo to go for it. They elected to go for a field goal and missed. And so no chance for a return here. Mizzou won the toss. They elected to defer, so they will open up the second half with the rock.
Yeah, being able to create some momentum going into halftime and then first drive out of halftime to start the third quarter is a lot of what my old coach Mike Shula used to say in the NFL, and that's where really you can create and leave your stamp in a football game if Missouri can come out and get up points on this first drive in the second half.
This is not exactly breaking news, but Brady Cook is very good. We'll get into that here in a moment as Nate Noel starts in the backfield, and there is catch 11 for Theo Wease. But so much to talk of the upper echelon quarterbacks. Now we're talking about the fellas in Austin, in Athens, in Knoxville. Not enough talk about Brady Cook as we see an injury there on the sideline to Theo Wease. That's not good. But Cook deserves to be in that conversation with the best quarterbacks in the SEC.
And you see how efficient he's playing right now.
Noel on the ground trying to shift his way through some traffic. George Wallow makes a stop. Let's see what happened with Theo Wease after catch 11.
Yeah, he's able to catch the ball right there.
Lands on that left shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like he goes and grabs it immediately, so that'll be something to watch out for as he sets his new career high in receptions in a game with 11 on that play.
As that shoulder, collarbone, Wease is being worked out. Hopefully nothing major. Marcus Carroll with his first carry of the second half. And 3rd and 1, man, that is a load to bring down. As Carroll moves the sticks. Fortunately for Mizzou, they have one of the deepest receiving rooms in college football. We haven't even really talked about Joshua Manning and how bright his future is. And Daniel Blood got some key moments, I would say, in junk time in the opener against Murray State. But they have some youngins that will develop. Oh, such great patience and vision. And when Marcus Carroll needed the burst, he hit that turbo, Fozzie.
Absolutely, and you can kind of see a different identity show up. Instead of the outside zone play that we saw Nate Noel having, you see the inside zone play that Marcus Carroll get him downhill, slashing and gashing, and that's where he makes that big play.
Cameron Johnson, a no-go at right guard after injuring his foot Wednesday in practice. Mitchell Walters has been a spot player, mainly on special teams. Got the start in his place. That is good for about a yard on first down. Sean Dolak, the MAC Defensive Player of the Week, makes a stop alongside Kobe Stewart.
Yeah, they go back to the well, see if they can isolate that linebacker, Sean Dolak, in a one-on-one situation. It got muddied up at the offensive line, at the line of scrimmage, and then Sean Dolak does what he does best, find the ball and get the ball carrier down on the ground.
Second most tackles in the FBS back in 2022. Last season was cut short due to injury. He transferred to Utah State in the spring and then came back to Buffalo. Mookie! That's Mookie Cooper with the catch. Dolak with the stop. And you can hear the moves from the fans here at Faurot Field.
Ineligible receiver, downfield, offense, number 10. He was covered up by an outside receiver. 5-yard penalty, till second down.
That's the third time we've seen something with the alignment called against Mizzou.
Yeah, and the second time by covering up an ineligible receiver. One of the things that you have to step out is being able to showcase if you are on the ball, off of the ball, that communication is pivotal between all three of those receivers. And that's where you want to see you notate to that official who's on, who's off.
Noel trying to set up Cook on the design run. So from 2nd and 14, a pickup of 8. Deshaun Folsom makes a stop for the Bulls defense.
Again, play breaks down. Brady Cook using his legs. Seems to be one of the most effective utilizations of his body that he's been able to implement so far in this game. 2 rushing touchdowns, and there he picks up a nice big chunk to get them in a 3rd and 6 situation here.
Theo Weiss still on the sideline. Luther Burden unlikely to return. Top tight end Brett Norfleet a no-go with the shoulder injury. Offense is still put up 24 points. 3rd down, Cook pump fakes and a high throw, incomplete as he was looking for Daniel Blood, sophomore out of Louisiana. Quarterback pressure by Malin White, who is an absolute freak show.
Yeah, anytime you can squat 700 plus pounds, that probably plays a big factor into you being able to translate onto the football field, as he was able to hit Brady Cook. Brady Cook looked a little uncomfortable, had to deliver the ball before he was ready to.
You heard that right. A 705 back squat from Malin White, transfer from Cornell. I know they lift it like that in the Ivy League. Here's a 4th and 6. Cook flushed. Flag is down, thrown on the run and picked off. Interception. Antonio Colclaw still rolling. Some pressure and a strip attempt. And another flag, so that was Charles McCartherins that had the INT. Let's sort this one out.
Got a lot going on that play. 4th down, Brady Cook on the run. We'll see what the officials come up with as that flag, several flags were thrown. That was great by the Buffalo defense looking for a spark.
Holding. Offense, number 79. That penalty is declined. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 12 of the intercepting team. 15 yards from the end of the run, 1st down.
So Malin White called for the unsportsmanlike, but Charles McCartherins comes up with the 4th interception of his career, and he's only a sophomore.
Here you go right there. They run the twist stunt down for the offensive line to be able to try to pick up. Brady Cook forces that throw. McCartherins makes sure he takes full advantage of it, give Buffalo a little momentum going on their first drive.
All right, let's run that again.
Geico has fast fair claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
Just tap right here to upload pictures, customer.
Try getting on a first name basis.
Sure. Vicky.
To track your status, just click. Super easy.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone.
Ooh, you're a pro.
Scroll, tap, scroll. Ouch! Oh, I'm cramping.
Yeah, we've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good? It's made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like I alter meals in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
I didn't have to spend my life trying to find my calling. Mine found me at an early age.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
The new Boost Mobile will have unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 per month.
And what do non-employees have to pay?
That is what non-employees pay.
So if I quit right now, I will still get it.
Yes, but are you quitting?
No, are you quitting?
I feel like we're living in a movie.
Love you guys. Formula One is go! Oh, it's contact! Formula One at its absolute finest! Oh my Lord, Max! This is Formula One!
Let's take a closer look at that interception and what happened. You see Brady Cook rolling out. McCaughtron comes underneath the receiver, finds a way to get some open space, and then after the play, the penalty right there, Malin White loses his cool, 15-yard penalty. The interception stays, Buffalo with the ball.
Ogbonna with the check down, looking at Victor Snow forced out. So that was Cook's 7th interception since the start of last year. He doesn't do that a lot. But if you're one of his offensive linemen and you see that happen to your quarterback, what needs to be the response?
Oh, you have to go stand up and defend your guy. Obviously, doing it the right way within the confines of the play is how you want it to happen, but you got to protect him at all costs.
Back to the ground with Barksdale. And Barksdale trying to run away from Joseph Charleston, which is a tough task to do. The Clemson transfer. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've had plenty of success running behind Barksdale. That's where they've had their bread and butter kind of unfold for them. You see them go back there, pick up some good yardage there. 3rd and 5. Now you have the playbook open for you. But at 3rd down has been a tough place for this Buffalo offense to be in so far tonight.
Ogbonna has been bottled up. Had 96 yards rushing here a couple of years ago. That's incomplete. Ogbonna only was 6 yards on the ground this time around, and he is 5 of 16 through the air. The death row defense doing its job, living up to its moniker, which was given to the defense by Nasir Pogue. When Blake Baker was trying to find a nickname for this Mizzou defense, none of them were sticking, and at the back of the room, Pogue said, how about death row? And here we are. Daniel Blood calling for the fair catch. Read and React with Cole Kubelik and Roman Harper is back for another year. Each week, they'll take a look at the biggest plays, players, and games from the weekend. The season premiere is Monday night at 6 Central, right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. All right, so Fozzie, for the Mizzou offense, obviously, you're feeling good. You got the 24-0 lead. What can be learned, though, in moments like this that will translate for the rest of the season?
Well, the DNA, the routes and the DNA runs, which is Coach Drink told us, that's who they are. No matter what game they play, no matter who their opponent is, they want to execute these plays. Well, the DNA plays have to be executed at a high level.
Cook to throw on the run, nothing was there. Saw a look like that with Brett Norfleet last week, and it wasn't a throwaway. It was just inaccurate from a very short distance, and That's not something we typically see from Brady Cook.
Yeah, he's played a fairly consistent game, an efficient game. Obviously, the turnover last drive, that may be something that's lingering in his mind. And here's where you got to really be careful if you're Kirby Moore, is the way that you talk to him on the headset to be able to get over that last interception and move forward with a new play.
2nd and 10. Cook pulls it from Noel. Moving, collides into Marquise Johnson. Well, picks up the first down, and the legs are working with Brady Cook. No doubt about that.
Yeah, if you're not going to account for him a little read with the counter action on it, you're able to find a big play. Brady Cook makes you pay. If you don't put a spy on him, he's going to run, and he's been running very well tonight.
18 yards. Cook gives it up to Noel. He tries to jump cut it for additional yards. Now, you brought up a good point about Kirby Moore talking to us about your headset demeanor. There's a certain way that you have to talk to your quarterback. He said you cannot change your inflection in tone, because even if you're not saying anything but the play call, the way you say it can affect your quarterback's confidence.
Absolutely. He learned that from his brother Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, and how that impacts how Dak Prescott moves on for the next play.
And that has to be tough. Noel bouncing. He's got the edge in the first down. You know there's a lot going on in that booth. Guys get excited, guys get frustrated, but when you talk to your quarterback, you got to be even keel.
Even keel, baby. And that's the same way that this offense has been moving, especially whenever they go to their favorite DNA run, the outside zone. They've had significant success. Nate Noel does a great job stretching that play out, getting around the edge, and then picking up another first down.
Communication now shut off, under 15 seconds on the play clock. Noel still in there. Cook play action. Going back to Noel, and he lost his footing on the turf. That's down to the 44-yard line. Kirby Moore really turned around the trajectory of this program with Eli Drinkowitz. 2022, just 22.6 points per game. Last season, that goes up to 32.5. And really, it was short work with Brady Cook, because Cook was out in the spring just to get on the same page. A lot of fans in Columbia were fearing the worst. They thought Alabama was going to scoop him up after the job he did last season, but he's back for another run in Como. Noel, that's going to be a TFL. Dolak, Murdoch, two linebackers that will be among the best duos in the MAC. They played almost every snap for the Bulls last week.
Here's the funny part. I talked to Coach Ray Pickering, the running back coach for Buffalo, and he mentioned how much Dolak disrupts their play as they try to get a proper look because of how well he studies, and he's in the right place at the right time every single time.
11 tackles, 2 for a loss, 1 sack, as he was the MAC Defensive Player of the Week, wreaking havoc on Lafayette out of the FCS a week ago. Cook extending and could not hit Daniel Blood. Let's face it, that deep shot, there's still something off. It's going to be talked about again this week.
Yeah, just a little bit on the timing there. He had the look, he had the guy that he's looking for. And as you see Coach Drinkwitz telling him in his ear, hey, that's the shot we want. You just got to complete that pass. This is something that we worked on all week. It's pitch and catch just like we do in practice every single week. Just go out there and execute, and that's something that they're still trying to find on the deep ball.
Was an issue last season, threw a beautiful deep ball, and there's movement there along the line for Mizzou. Looks like it was Sidney Williams.
False start, kicking team, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And you see here, this is the first punt for Missouri on the game tonight. They've had a couple of miscues since coming out of halftime break. It's something that obviously Coach Drinkwitz wants to be able to minimize their effect right now. But first punt in the 3rd quarter, doing something right.
6'5" punter Luke Bauer booms this. Will it check up? It does! That is a beauty! Out of the way, Luke Bauer. You can throw a lob pass to him as well. He can high point that thing in the red zone at 6'5", but doing what he does best, pinning Buffalo inside the 5. Beautiful night on the campus of Mizzou. Tigers up 24-0.
The worst part about being a caveman is the upkeep. I'm a hairy guy, but my razor has to be available 24/7.
Available 24/7. Sounds like Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Oh, I see. Okay, funny man, why don't you come up here and tell some jokes?
What do you call a gecko who helps with insurance? My hero.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
This is amateur hour.
Game time, wing time.
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't wait to tailgate with. Excuse me. You left your head.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Picture this. It's Labor Day. Any plans? Maybe plan on getting that piece you love at a price you love, but only during our Labor Day sale going on now. At American Signature Furniture, you don't have to picture it. You can experience it.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
On Season 7 of Fansville by Dr. Pepper, the new era of college football has arrived.
What's it mean, Sheriff? The 12-team playoff. It's here.
And it's getting stranger than ever.
Someone's stealing our signs.
Dad, is it true that I was born a Tech fan?
No.
The landscape is
I
shifting.
hate Menu Conference.
The cast is growing.
I'm a new character.
And the game is changing.
They didn't put Dr. Pepper in this game? So unrealistic. We waited 11 years for nothing.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Mom, with these sandwiches, I'm gonna be the coolest guy in the lunchroom. I need to practice my cool guy greetings. Sup. Sup. Sup.
Jake Orlando is a local kid from Buffalo. Typically, the tight end wears 81. Tonight, though, the highest honor for a Buffalo player, he's wearing 41. The significance of that 41 was the jersey number worn by that man, Solomon Jackson, Buffalo player, died following a workout in 2016. After his death, the program under Lance Leipold deciding they would honor his legacy by awarding that number 41 jersey to a new player every week. Huge honor for Jake Orlando. Bulls backed up. Ogbonna throwing from his own end zone. Dangerous pass to Victor Snow. He got popped after that incompletion by Dalen Cornell.
Yeah, CJ's just been very uncomfortable on the entire day. You see the accuracy has not been there. They've had opportunities to be able to win on one-on-one matchups and create some space. The passes has not been where they needed to be. 5 of 17 now on passing attempts.
Snow in motion to the ground, and that's not getting anywhere. So tough to run against this Missouri front that is deep. Eddie Kelly Jr. transferred from Georgia Tech, and he was a guy that Eli Drinkwitz singled out as one of the players that made the most of his opportunity because they were able to play so many guys in that blowout win against Murray State.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see is guys with depth being able to come in, create the same amount of production that your starters had so that you're too deep for the rest of the season.
Buffalo combined 1 of 10 on 3rd and 4th down. Ogbonna stretching the field, overthrown. That one was covered up well as Victor Snow is the intended receiver. Struggles continue for this Bulls offense, but there's going to be a lot of that, honestly, against Corey Batoon and this Mizzou defense. Now, this is a tough spot to punt out of here. Feel for Ethan Dwayne, transfer from Old Dominion, originally from Melbourne, Australia.
37 from Missouri.
Buffalo was pretty good in 2 of the phases. The third, special teams atrocious last week. They're able to get that punt off, and Daniel Blood calls for the fair catch. 5:18 left to go here in the third quarter. Still waiting for our first points after halftime.
Game time! Wing time!
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't wait to tailgate with.
Excuse me. You left your head.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
That chicken from Popeyes.
The worst part about being a caveman is the upkeep. I'm a hairy guy, but my razor has to be available 24/7.
Available 24/7. Sounds like Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Oh, I see. Okay, funny man, why don't you come up here and tell some jokes?
What do you call a gecko who helps with insurance? My hero.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
This is amateur hour.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
On a hyped up Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
All aboard the hype train. We're going all the way. Woo!
I heard this hype train runs an ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
And the hopes of overly optimistic fans.
Hey,
guys, check out my new tattoo. We are so winning it all. Even the national media agrees.
And they're never wrong about anything.
Oh, wait.
Our quarterback got injured in practice.
Okay, everyone off the hype train.
Well, that didn't last long.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos? How I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks. And if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
It would be the best story, not only in tennis, but maybe in sports.
Raise your hand, Serena.
We were just 2 young black girls playing in Compton. This is not normally how that story goes. I looked different. I played different. I was more emotional. I was better. I was stronger. I had muscle. I was something that no one had ever seen before. Ever.
Tune in to Mississippi State and Arizona State tonight at 10:30 Eastern. Find this and every live event with Where to Watch only on the ESPN app and ESPN.com. Just tap for the ultimate guide to live sports. Laura Galindo, Fozzie Whitaker with you on a gorgeous Saturday night in Columbia, Missouri. 24-0 lead for Brady Cook and the Missouri Tigers. And this is to Mookie Cooper for the short pickup. As Cooper makes his second catch of the night. Blake Shapen, the former Baylor Bear, now engineering Jeff Levy's offense in Starkville, taking on Sam Levitt, the transfer from Michigan State. It was an awful year for Mississippi State last season, understandably so, but you've seen Levy a lot. Can he turn it around?
I think he does. This year may be a transitional year, but that offense is probably going to be rolling in high fashion.
It's just so weird to see a quarterback not named Will Rogers at Mississippi State. Guy was there forever, but now up in the Pacific Northwest. As Noel with the carry to set up a 3rd and short situation for the Tigers. 5 of 9 so far on 3rd down. Noel, outside zone, left side, flag is down. Although Noel has the first down yardage. Coach Drink, your thoughts?
He's not happy, I can tell you that.
My man's calling for his Diet Coke right there. That's what it's all about.
Holding. Offense. Number 7. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remain third.
And really, that's going to be the point of emphasis, number 1 for Coach Drink this week. Got to be cleaner. We can't have all these penalties.
Absolutely. Cleaning that up will give them the opportunity to play at the level that they expect to play at, right? They have high expectations. We already mentioned those great expectations going into this game and into this season. Having costly mistakes in the fashion that they've had them with the ineligible receivers.
Number 70 of the
So 9 penalties last week for Mizzou, 7 today. It is nice, though, that Coach Drink is doing his best to teach the officials the fight song for the Missouri Tigers, which he was obviously trying to do on the sideline. Cook on target to Theo Weiss, breaking free down the sideline. Catch number 12, and that could give him the necessary yardage for a new career high in receiving yards. We'll wait for that total.
Again, it's good to see him back out of there, too.
Yeah, he was holding his shoulder after a catch on the sideline.
And look at the company that he is with in that list. All those guys playing a big role in the NFL at the next level.
So 137 now for Weiss. It's a career high in yardage as well. Cook was hit. Good hands on the low rush throw to Mookie Cooper. But man, Theo Weiss, Luther Burden, rightfully so, gets the headlines. But I think if you talk to the guys inside this program, they will tell you Weiss is just as valuable because what he does inside the locker room. He's the glue for the receivers.
Yeah, he's able to showcase that today, and then he's been that since he stepped on campus as a transfer, and that's high praise coming from somebody that came from a different program with a status like Oklahoma.
He could have a monster year as well. Off to a great start. Cook, far hash, make a man miss. Joshua Manning, so physical. He's a young pup, but man, he does things that don't always pop up on the box score. Noel's first touchdown run last week, he demolished the safety. Here he's showing the yak ability.
Yeah, 6'2", 210 pounds. You can see him, how physical he is, being able to shed the defenders, set them up in the red zone.
Noel flag down, he's into the end zone. Let's sort it out.
We thought Coach Drink was mad last penalty. Check this one out.
Buckle up.
During a run, personal foul, face mask, offense, number 75, 15-yard penalty, still first down.
What's your favorite phrase? Hang on in there.
Hang on in there, coach. Another missed opportunity for this Missouri offense, as you can see.
Oh, yeah.
Gets his hand right around the face mask. That is obviously illegal. It's going to get called every single time right there, and it's on the best player, Sean Dolak. Obviously something that you can't have happen, because now it puts you in a 1st and 20 situation, first and goal from the 20-yard line situation.
Yeah, even Coach Drink was like, I can't argue that. That's a penalty. Mitch Walters filling in for Cameron Johnson at right guard. And there he is again. Oh, still up. Yak him, young man. Theo Weiss. Catch number 13.
You know what I realized? Maybe Mitchell Walters was paid off a little bit to have that penalty so that Theo Weiss can make this dramatic catch right there. 12 yards, shakes off 2 defenders, makes a 3rd guy miss, and now he puts them right back, 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line.
He shook off Dolak. That doesn't happen.
That does not happen. That's a huge play right there to get them back in a manageable situation, trying to take advantage of the good field position that they had already gained.
4 trip into the red zone, 2 touchdowns so far for the Tigers. A little shift here. And that's going to be a timeout.
Missouri, they're first of the half. 30 seconds in length.
Week 3 of the SEC is coming up. Begins next Saturday, 11:45 a.m. Central. These Missouri Tigers taking on Boston College. followed by Arkansas and UAB. We cap the night with 14th-ranked Tennessee hosting Kent State and Knoxville at 7:45. Each game also available on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. So next week, it's Bill O'Brien from Boston College. He has something in common with Pete Limbo, the head coach for Buffalo. They were the last two coaches hired in this hiring cycle in January, right before National Signing Day. Neither coach had much time at all to get their programs right.
Yeah, that makes it very difficult to build your roster. Obviously trying to stabilize your current roster and then being able to create new faces. A lot that happens in that transition time in January.
Jamal Roberts and Mookie Cooper in the backfield. There's Mookie, good block on Dolak. Mookie spinning inside the 5-yard line. George Wallow with the stop.
Trying to get those guys on the edge. Some of the similar plays that we would see Luther Burden being able to do. We see Mookie hop into that role, trying to take advantage right there. He almost had a sliver of opportunity to squeeze through. The defenders for Buffalo, man, they played physical at the point of attack on that play to minimize that gain. Now we're looking at a 3rd and 4 or 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line.
That's Jordan Harris on the right side of the formation. Direct snap. Rolling into the end zone. Tigers score. Nate Noel cash it in.
Again, I love the misdirection that Missouri utilizes. You start off with the shift, bring the tackle over on the shift, and then you add in a motion with the receiver running the jet sweep action across the opposite direction, and then a direct snap to Nate Noel. He fake tosses it to Brady Cook because we know Brady Cook has been electric running with the football. Use that misdirection and then plow your way in there, show that physicality. 5'8", 187 is what he's listed at, but he doesn't play anywhere near that.
Another red zone trip and another touchdown for Nate Noel and the Missouri Tigers. It's now 3 trips, 3 touchdowns. And that's more along the lines of what Kirby Moore wants to be. But regardless, this team gets inside the 20. They're going to find a way to at least put up points.
Yeah, they're showing the physical attack. You remember, you got the misdirection happening, jet sweep in front, counter bringing 2 offensive linemen to the point of attack. And then Nate Noel says, hey, in the red zone, BYOB. Be your own blocker, and he finds a way to score into the end zone right there.
This is remarkable. Since the start of last year, Missouri has been in the red zone 68 times. They have at least a field goal in 66 of those trips. That's ridiculous, stupid efficiency.
Absolutely.
That's no turnovers in the red zone. I mean,
yeah,
making sure you're nailing the field goals even though they may be gimmies.
Yeah, and that's a huge stat to be proud of. Something that obviously they stress and emphasize. And then we're seeing the touchdown scoring ability. That's the explosiveness that this Missouri offense has.
I like this 1-2 punch, too, with Carroll and Noel in the backfield. I mean, we all knew with Cody Schrader leaving town, it was going to be very difficult for anyone to match that production by himself, even though Schrader came out of nowhere from the D2 ranks. But Noel, he's playing for something special. You asked him about his why yesterday.
Yeah, his why. His daughter just had her birthday 2 days ago. And that is the heartbeat and the soul as to why Nate Noel runs as hard as he does, being able to showcase who he does it for. And it's not just his daughter, but also his parents, his uncle as well, that played a pivotal part in the success that he has been able to see. And that success has provided him an opportunity to score in the end zone tonight for the Missouri Tigers.
Happy birthday, Alani. Your dad loves you. You are the reason why he is playing at this high level. And people do overlook the production from Noel and Carroll. They have been playing FBS football.
Yes.
It hasn't been major conference football, but they've combined for more than 5,000 rushing yards and more than 40 touchdowns in their career heading up into the season. Just 2nd and 5, a good seam there, hit hard by Al-J Henderson. It's going to be running back by committee. And the biggest point was a drink made in the spring. Nobody knew who Cody Schrader was when he transferred here. I mean, it's basically almost a favor to a booster that showed him some footage of a D2 running back that was a family friend. Hey, can you give this guy a shot? It was, of course we can. Nobody knew it was going to be all SEC. So finally, some scoring here in the third quarter. Noel gets in, and it's 31-0. Yes, nothing again for the Missouri defense.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's fair and fast 24/7 claim service.
Do we have to do the Geico stuff on him here?
Yep, we do. Let's play the clip.
Holding, number 53, 10-yard penalty.
This literally happens every game. Can we just skip to the action?
Nope, nothing but fair and fast claims, just like Geico. Here's the next clip.
But I don't play the clip.
Pass interference, number 34.
Wow, doesn't get any fairer than this, boys.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. At BK, have it your way.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
On a hyped-up Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
All aboard the hype train. We're going all the way. Woo!
I heard this hype train runs an ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
And the hopes of overly optimistic fans.
Hey guys, check out my new tattoo.
We are so winning it all.
Even the national media agrees.
And they're never wrong about anything.
Oh, wait.
Our quarterback got injured in practice.
Okay, everyone up the hype train.
Well, that didn't last long.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos? How I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks. And if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
I didn't have to spend my life trying to find my calling. Mine found me at an early age. There was no question of what I wanted to be. It was just a matter of how good I could get and how far I would go.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
This ever again in your life. It's a one-of-one.
A love letter to Mexican combat sports inside Sphere.
There's bad blood attached to this fight. The trilogy fight to end the rivalry.
On September 14th at Sphere, the greatest live sporting event of all time.
Let's go, baby!
31-0 Missouri leads going into the fourth quarter. Moments ago, we talked with Coach Drink. Coach, what do you like? What needs to clean up through 3 quarters?
I mean, defensively, we're playing pretty well. We just got to keep our foot on the gas right here. Offensively, we're just not clean. The penalties are annoying, and not being able to consistently convert third downs is frustrating. But I'm trying to be cool. I mean, it is 31-0, but we can continue to play better, and I'm pushing for us to play our best.
Coach, what do you want to see happen in this fourth quarter?
Well, I want to see our defense continue to tackle, and then offensively, we got to play cleaner. I mean, bottom line, we got to move the ball, not self-inflicted wounds with penalties and poor runs on first down.
Thank you, Coach.
M-I-Z.
And everybody else at home says Z-O-U. But I love the point that Drink makes. I want us to be at our best.
Yeah.
High standard of excellence. Everything has changed around here with the preseason expectations. 3rd and 7 after that breakup by Drayden Norwood. It has been awesome to start the year. Akbana to an open man. Victor Snow Does he find the edge for the first down? Initial spot looks short, and well short.
About 2 yards. This you got to go. 4th and 2, right around midfield. Be able to take advantage here. You got nothing else to lose right now, down by 31 points. And I think you got to run CJ on this play.
Ogbonna, 4 carries, 6 yards. It will be a carry. Barksdale, it's going to be close. The initial spot looks like he has the first down from the far side of the field. Will this be the first 4th down conversion for the Bulls after missing on the first 2? Limbo is saying, move those chains, man. We got it. And that is a 4th down conversion.
It's a first down. Timeout on the field for an injury.
So a big conversion there by Jaquez Barksdale. There's Pete Limbo. This man knows how to turn around the program. Did an awesome job at Ball State in the MAC. Tough situation that he walks into. Maurice Linguist was 14 and 23 in 3 years. He leaves to join Kalen DeBoer at Alabama. And he understands this situation because honestly, he did the same thing. So he was at Ball State, and in December of 2015, he left the head coaching job with the Cardinals to become the special teams coordinator for Maryland. It's the way college football works. So much cycling in the coaching carousel.
I think one of the things that's unique about Coach Limbo as well is he played offensive line as a collegiate athlete and then went on to coach offensive line, tight ends, running backs. He played a pivotal part early in his coaching career to be a part of the offensive coaching standard. But then he mentioned that he didn't get a chance to be able to make an impact on all of the players on the team. And that's where he took over his special teams role. And now you see that special teams role has catapulted him into the head coaching role at Buffalo.
The injured player is Nick McMillan. This is their best overall receiver. Sophomore from Buffalo. A lot of local guys that take a lot of pride in representing this Buffalo program. McMillan has yet to had a ball come his way, catchless in this game. Buffalo came into this game trying to go 2-0 for only the 3rd time in the last 60 years. The only other 2-0 starts over the past 60, 2-0 under Lance Leipold, who has proven he is one of the best coaches in college football.
Absolutely. And those are high standards that any other coach coming behind Lance Leipold are trying to uphold.
Well, you never want to be the guy that replaces a legend. You want to be the guy that replaced the legend. Follow him. Conservative carry on 1st down.
Been very surprised with how C.J. Ogbonna has been utilized on these offensive possessions. We talked about his impact whenever he was at Southeast Missouri a couple of years ago, and he had almost 100 yards rushing on the ground. I feel like Buffalo has an opportunity to utilize his athleticism. They just haven't dug into that well quite enough tonight.
Well, what's interesting is when you dive into the advanced stats with Ogbonna, as he is brought down going backwards, as Ja'Kai Lang, redshirt freshman, comes up with the first sack of his career. He doesn't run a lot in scramble situations. It's almost exclusively designed runs.
Yeah, I think that's where he's at his best. But where Ja'Kai Long is at his best is in those one-on-one opportunities, being able to showcase why he is a dynamic pass rusher, and he hit home right there to create a 3rd and long situation.
Did not play last season as he took a red shirt. 3rd and 15, tough place to be in. Ogbonna brought down, back-to-back sacks, Chris McClellan. If Chris McClellan gets credit officially for that sack, it will be a rare sight. His 2nd of the season for a guy that doesn't have a lot of that backfield activity on his resume, because usually he's a run stopper.
And being able to have that type of impact goes a long way, especially in the SEC.
He has dropped 12 pounds since transferring from Florida, and McClellan, they call him the dancing bear with that big twitch out of the big body. 31-0 Tigers.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's fair and fast 24/7 claim service.
Do we have to do the Geico stuff on him here?
Yep, we do. Let's play the clip.
Holding, number 53, 10-yard penalty.
This literally happens every game. Can we just skip to the action?
Nope, nothing but fair and fast claims, just like Geico. Here's the next clip.
But I don't play the clip.
Pass interference, number 34.
Wow, doesn't get any fairer than this, boys.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good? It's made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity, because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
It would be the best story, not only in tennis, but maybe in sports.
Raise your hand, Serena.
We were just 2 young black girls playing in Compton. This is not normally how that story goes. I looked different. I played different. I was more emotional. I was better. I was stronger. I had muscle. I was something that no one had ever seen before. Ever.
Looking at the AP Top 10, how they are faring in week 2. So still a long ways from the college football top 25. Missouri in a really good spot at number 9. Will there be movement? Well, if USF continues to do what they do, that opens up the possibility, because Notre Dame also got upset by Northern Illinois. Could have 2 teams potentially ahead of Mizzou drop this week. Now, here's Drew Pine checking in, the transfer from Arizona State, before that Notre Dame, who got a lot of key moments, getting in about halfway through the 3rd quarter last week against Murray State. Got some runs with the ones as well, because ultimately they're 1 play away from needing Drew Pine.
Yeah, and he has a lot of experience to be able to lean on. Very efficient in last week's game, 10 of 11. Also had 90% completion, 82 yards on the day. That's what you want to see from a backup quarterback, being able to assert himself at any point in the game.
He also looks like the drummer from the Killers.
Yes, absolutely.
2nd and 9, here's Carroll, and Carroll running hard. Gotta respect that running style. 5'9", 216, and the senior out of Union City, Georgia. He is the thunder to Noel's lightning. Now it's going to be empty for Drew Pine, as Carroll is now at the top of the screen. Evening is over for Brady Cook, who was fantastic. Pine to throw to Carroll. That's a heck of a stop by Marquise Cooper on the larger running back.
We've said Marquise Cooper's name quite a lot tonight as well. He's been flying around the ball, making sure his presence has been felt on the outside edge. This defense is not giving up either. They're still playing with a passion, and that's what you want to see even though you're down.
That's a good call. I mean, we saw it last week. We had the Auburn and Alabama A&M game, and that outmatched foe from the FCS ranks kept really good composure. And I feel like this is a situation, Buffalo is just overmatched. Missouri is a better team, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what the Bulls have shown is the ability to at least stay in the fights.
That's what Coach Limbo wants to see. As you can see, there's a big change of offensive substitutions, and then the defense being able to get their proper guys on the field. 3rd and short situation.
Carroll will move it forward right at the first down marker. From here, it looks like he'll have the appropriate yardage. Cornell Evans makes a stop.
They go 4th down here. Called him short. Official up top says he's about half a yard, if that, short of the first down. And it appears as though Coach Drink wants to go ahead and go for this to be able to get a first down. Maybe run off some more time off the clock.
Tristan Wilson, the extra offensive lineman, comes in. He'll be at the top of that offensive line, the left side. Carroll is the running back, and that's Tyler Stevens in motion. Stevens lead blocker. Carroll, he stood up, but it looked like on the initial surge, he's got the first down before Red Murdoch forced him back.
It's a lot of beef on that left side of the offensive line, and that's where the ball ends up going on that inside zone, trying to get a hat on a hat. Moving the pile, it's enough to pick up the first down.
And the left side of the line is the part that's had to be rebuilt in the offseason. Marcus Bryant, first team All-AAC transfer from SMU. Left tackle, Caden Green. Left guard, transfer from OU. Pine will throw, flag is down, and that is completion to Daniel Blood. But when it comes to the blood pressure of Eli Drinkowitz, we could have a situation.
Holding. Yep. Offense. Number 79. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So Fozzie, what's it going to be? Is it going to be running? Is it going to be some sort of punishment in the weight room? What's going to happen? There's going to be ramifications, right?
There will be ramifications. I'm not quite sure I agree with that holding call there. But at the end of the day, 9 penalties for 70 yards will get you beat whenever you're playing against a much stiffer opponent. So that's something that they have to clean up. It's going to go into an opportunity where they look at film and say, hey, look at the missed opportunity, and then they'll really get to understand why it's significant.
Pine with the quick pass, looking for Marquise Johnson. Heck of a stop in the open field by your guy, Marquise Cooper. Cooper only played in 2 games last season, transferring from Colgate. It's his 2nd season with the Bulls, but impressive to go from a guy that wasn't really doing all that much to a starter, as he has made his way from a walk-on to a scholarship starter at cornerback for this Bulls program.
Coming in with 2 tackles on the day. That's changed a lot after tonight.
Screen to Blood. Slips 1 tackle. The rest of the Bulls defense is there. It's a pickup of 1 yard. Daniel Blood also got a lot of reps with Pine at quarterback late Thursday of last week. Had 5 catches, 42 yards. As last year, only 2 catches for 20 yards as a true freshman. Brings up a 3rd and 15. It's the Tigers 7-12 tonight on 3rd down. Told you coming into the second half, Luther Burden unlikely to return with an illness, as that is well short, but complete to Tyler Stevens, taking on his former program. He started his career with 1 season at Buffalo.
Yeah, this game probably means a lot to him, as every game does, but whenever you get a chance to play against your former team, you probably want to leave your mark or leave your impact just a little bit, as Buffalo holds on that 3rd down attempt to be able to force Missouri's 2nd punt on the day.
Luke Bauer got one to check up inside the 5. This one's almost blocked. And caught inside the 15. Now we know what's on the line for Mizzou. We're thinking about back-to-back shutouts.
All right, let's run that again.
Geico has fast fare claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
Just tap right here to upload pictures, customer.
Try getting on a first name basis.
Sure. Vicky.
To track your status, just click. Super easy.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone.
Ooh, you're a pro.
Scroll, tap, scroll. Ouch! Oh, I'm cramping.
Yeah, we've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
BK's new fiery menu. 5 items, 5 levels, so you can do you. Level 1's like, level 5's a bit, woo. It's fiery at BK. Have it your way.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
It would be the best story, not only in tennis, but maybe in sports.
I looked different. I played different. I was something that no one had ever seen before.
Starting off with the tip pass, interception by Marquise Birch Jr., and then creating an uncomfortable pocket for C.J. Ogbonna. All night, several Tiger defenders have recorded sacks, and Chris McClellan has been one of the guys that's been a staple on that defensive line, making life miserable for that Buffalo offense.
There you see the stat, trying for back-to-back shutouts to open the season for the first time since 1935. For the record, I wasn't even going to explain that stat, throw it out, until after the clock hit 0. So if Buffalo scores, we're going to blame this one on the production room. Here's Ogbonna, slipping away, hitting the sideline to the 30-yard line. Ogbonna's biggest gain of the night.
Again, like I mentioned last drive, this is where I feel like Buffalo's offense has the best chance to create plays is by using the athleticism of C.J. Ogbonna. As you see there, pocket collapses. He's able to get run out of the pocket, creates with his legs, 18-yard pickup, one of the biggest gains that they've experienced today.
1st and 10 now for Ogbonna and the Bulls. Ogbonna will pull a little stutter to help him pick up 1 yard. But it was going nowhere without that little extra move. Brayshawn Littlejohn makes a stop. Redshirt freshman from Gaffney, South Carolina. His team really loves his upside. Could end up being one of the leaders in the next couple of years. For Corey Batoon, this new look death row defense. That's Barksdale trying to break free. He's going to set up a 3rd and short with that pickup.
I think Barksdale has done a phenomenal job being able to still create his presence and get downhill. And whenever the hole is there, he's hit it full speed and has found himself some opportunities to be able to excel whenever he's running in momentum.
That was Caleb Flagg making the stop. So both Flagg brothers with tackles here tonight. Champ and Bam Bam, as they call each other. 3rd and 2. Barksdale Will try to cut it out and follow behind Agbana. Not happening. Marcus Clark stonewalling him. There's another transfer from Miami, although this is season number 3 at Mizzou for Marcus Clark.
Huge open field tackle right there as well. One-on-one opportunity with a guy like Barksdale, who we just talked about has had himself a great night considering the opportunities that he's had to make for himself. Sets up 4th and 2 with that stop one-on-one.
And this will be Upton Belafont punting it away, and it is a Shankopotamus. .339 left. Keep on walking. The Tigers would love nothing more to not allow Buffalo to see the football again on this gorgeous night in Como.
Coach Gecko.
Coach G. Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects, a 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True! Smells like insurance.
Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
Game time, wing time.
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't wait to tailgate with.
Excuse me. You left your head.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
The power to blow minds. Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek.
It's so on.
Let's hear it for the biggest stage of all. Thriving on its electricity, vibrancy, humanity, a kaleidoscope of experiences. If you're looking for that soul, that unbreakable spirit, that drive to go the distance, you've come to the right place. The U.S. Open, August 26th through September 8th on ESPN.
These are the SEC teams with the highest chance to make the 12-team playoff according to the All-State Playoff Predictor. Of course, Alabama's going to be up there at 87%. Look at Missouri, 32%. I agree with this combination of 2 things. They've got the roster, they've got the schedule, Fossey.
Yeah, absolutely, and that plays a huge factor. Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Tennessee, and then Missouri right there. You keep winning, everything else will take care of itself down the line.
And they've got the quarterback, they've got the receivers. The defense, though, honestly, I think has been the most impressive part of the start to this season. There's Kewan Lacey. So once you get past Noel and Carroll, Lacey is a guy, 3-star true freshman out of Dallas. He has earned an opportunity to be more involved, according to Coach Drinkaway.
Yeah, he's very twitchy and shifty. I love to see guys like that. We'll see how he makes the most of his opportunities.
Running right side, hitting the sideline, and another flag. As we had Kobe Stewart with some contact out of bounds with Jordan Harris.
Holding, offense.
Oh, no.
Number 86, 10-yard penalty, Still second down.
Yeah, Coach Drink is not going to like this. As you see, holding on the edge, the tight end got to let those hands go. And then at some point in time, you got to release it, maybe give them a push or a shove to be able to secure the edge as much as possible. But all you're doing is hurting your team whenever you get caught in those situations. That negates another Missouri first down. It puts them now at 2nd and 7 on this drive.
Once again, Coach Drink now giving the officials directions to the best spot to get a bite to eat after the game. 2nd and 7. And there's a completion to Marquise Johnson. Very close to the first down. But this is going to be Drink's point. The goal isn't to make it to the Cotton Bowl and play Ohio State or a team that's not contending for the national championship and feel good about 11 wins and wrapping it up there. If they want to get to that college football playoff, stuff like that can't happen. It needs to be cleaned up.
Absolutely, because there are too many missed opportunities that this Missouri team has experienced offensively already.
3rd and 1. Back to Lacey. Oh, he's shifty, and he met a brick wall right there in the form of Jonathan Capo. Hit him hard. That takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Tigers trying to line up in that victory formation eventually and take this one home.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's fair and fast 24/7 claim service.
Do we have to do the Geico stuff on him here?
Yep, we do. Let's play the clip.
Holding, number 53, 10-yard penalty.
This literally happens every game. Can we just skip to the action?
Nope, nothing but fair and fast claims, just like Geico. Here's the next clip.
But I don't play the clip.
Pass interference, number 34.
Wow, doesn't get any fairer than this, boys.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
BK's new fiery menu, 5 items, 5 levels, so you can do you. Level 1's like, level 5's a bit, woo. It's fiery at BK. Have it your way.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
Volleyball on SEC Network and SEC Network Plus.
I feel like we're living in a movie.
Love you guys. Formula One is go. Oh, it's contact. Formula One at its absolute finest. Oh my Lord, Max! This is Formula One.
Here's the upcoming schedule for Coach Drink and the Mizzou Tigers. Honestly, Fozzie, the next 2 look a lot more difficult because of what Thomas Castellanos and Diego Pavia are doing at quarterback for BC and Vandy, respectively.
100%. This schedule gets a lot tougher than Buffalo for the rest of the way.
I know with that All-State playoff predictor, you were looking for the Vandy Commodores on that list, did not see them.
Yeah, I mean, they're undefeated at the moment in the same way that Coach Drink was giving the directions to the officials about where to go. That's where I was pregame talking about Vanderbilt eating at Bucci's, which is one of the best spots out here in Columbia.
Had to work that in. You also Went to the classic spot for a little pie as well.
Yeah, Shakespeare. They had it all done. Saw a little bit of the U.S. Open. It takes a lot of grit and tenacity to perform at that level. Finals coming up.
You can learn a lot by watching tennis and trying to apply it to these broadcasts. Marquise Johnson is a lightning bug. And an explosive play before Savion Brown forces him out.
And here it is, part of those route concepts, the elementary quick speed out. Be able to get Johnson out in space, and then he just does the rest, makes the defender miss, and then has a big explosive play.
Mizzou really feels like he's going to get a lot more one-on-ones this season because of Theo Weiss and Luther Burden. And there is the freshman Kewan Lacey taking it left side.
Here's a teaching point for the young freshman.
Don't go out of bounds.
Don't go out of bounds in this situation. Now, selfishly, let me say this also. He probably wants another play.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to get into the zone, so he's going to disregard the go out of bounds rule so that he can ensure another snap happens.
You know all about that.
When it's your time to shine, you got to shine.
So career night for Theo Weiss, 13 catches, 149 yards. Luther Burden did not play in the second half because of an illness. Star tight end Brett Norfleet did not play because of a shoulder injury, but the Tigers really, did not miss a beat. Now, that's 2 boo-boos back-to-back.
Yeah, now you got to figure out what you want to do. You got to be able to hang on to the rock. And as you see, he's getting substituted out. That's a big no-no whenever you got the game in hand.
It was a forward fumble out of bounds. The clock will start already.
And there's Curtis Looper, the running backs coach, giving him some tips. Guy that tried to recruit you back in the day.
At Oklahoma State. Yeah, we have a relationship there. So it's really cool to see him doing this thing in Missouri.
And one of the best running back coaches in America. And here's the carry up the gut. Jamal Roberts, who had himself a touchdown last week. And so the Tigers will either take all the time off the clock or find the end zone one more time. The biggest thing for them is the 0 on the left side of the screen there, next to that name, Buffalo. First and goal for Drew Pine and Roberts has his second touchdown of the season. Another future star from the Lou. Jamal Roberts from St. Mary's in St. Louis. Played in 2 games last season. Now he's got 2 touchdowns in 2 games to start this year.
And again, it's the DNA runs. You get in pistol outside zone. You see hat on a hat, being able to get their positioning, the lineman opening up that hole for Jamal Roberts to be able to shoot through. Another touchdown for this Missouri Tigers offense. They've been running the ball very efficiently, and you hope to see that continue as the season progresses.
Complete control in this one. The only real miscues, you have the Cook interception, a couple of missed field goals, and the penalties. The penalties are going to be a big one with 10 for 80, and most, if not all of those, on the offense. Well, tonight's SEC football final is back. We've got Dari Nowkhah, Mr. Boomer Sooner himself in the studio with Chris Doering and Benjamin Watson. We'll take you through the biggest stories of the day and break down all the SEC games. It's 10 Central right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Good people right there. Great people that know the game at the highest level. And a lot of push-ups for those gentlemen in the end zone. It's going to be a lot of that. A lot of work there to get painted up as an actual Tiger to come to the game tonight.
You know, an interesting fact, first time in Columbia back since I've played, is I got to see Truman in person for the first time. Truman's like all of 6'6". You talking about the red zone fades, the big box fades down at the 15, 10-yard line. Put Truman in there, guarantee he comes down.
So basically, he's going up and over, and he can moss Auburn.
He will moss whoever he needs to moss, including Auburn.
How about Hookem? Is that too close to home for you?
It's too sacred, man.
Just don't go there. So 31 seconds for Buffalo to try to get something on the board. There is Truman. He's jacked, man.
Yeah, he's pumped up. He was getting the crowd pumped earlier. I saw him in on the Tiger Walk. He was riding on his motorcycle down the Tiger Walk. It was actually pretty epic.
Look at his
Wind
legs.
blowing in his hair. He does squats, bro.
Yeah.
Do you even lift?
He is.
Truman lifts.
He is on the freak list. Bruce Feldman would put him on the freak mascot
And he
list.
has the moves, Lowell. Check him out.
Complete package.
He's the real deal.
5-star prospect out of high school. Like Luther Burden.
Out the Lou.
And man, he is in it until the end. So Buffalo has a lot to look forward to in the MAC. Pete Limbo will get them right. They'll start contending again. Big commitment at that program, especially because of the success that Lance Leipold had. The infrastructure is in place for Limbo to have success there. So for the first time since 1935, the Missouri Tigers open the season with back-to-back shutouts. They are the first FBS school to open a season with consecutive shutouts since 2019 Wisconsin. And how about this? 35 straight drives against the Missouri defense. No touchdowns allowed. That is the longest stretch for this proud Tigers program over the past 20 years. And Theo Weiss, the star of the moment, is standing by. Theo, what got into you in the first half? I mean, you had a career night, but almost broke your career records in the first half alone.
Honestly, you know, it's the last ride, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go out there and just do what I can for my team. Brady trusted me, gave me a lot of opportunities, and I capitalized.
Coach has talked about your impact as a leader in the wide receiver room. Can you explain some of the things that you've been able to teach some of the younger guys?
Yeah, you know, I've been in college for a couple of years, you know, so I just try to give as much knowledge as I can to the young guys so, you know, when I'm gone, you know, they can just build off that and keep going.
What makes this team special?
The brotherhood. I say the togetherness, you know. It's a real family in that locker room, and we really playing for each other. And definitely Coach Drink, too, for sure.
Well, Theo, I don't know if you know this on the field in the moment, but 13 catches, 149 yards. Both of those are career highs for you, so congratulations.
I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you.
Theo Weiss joining us live from the field. That's the star of the game right there, and a complete performance with some things you can grow on, especially the penalties. We know that will be the point of emphasis this week, but man, this Mizzou defense, I don't care who it is, back-to-back shutouts, you're doing something right.
Yeah, this is what it looks like whenever you struggle offensively, especially with the undisciplined play and the uncharacteristic penalties that they experience. You're still able to put up 38 points, and then, your defense plays lights out, puts up another goose egg. Then there's a lot to be able to build up on, and a lot to be able to be thankful for moving forward, because this team is poised and primed to make a big run.
You're going to have a well-coached opponent coming up next in Boston College. You take on the Eagles, and then you jump right into SEC play after that against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Great hospitality, great people here in Columbia, Missouri, surrounding this Mizzou program. We thank all of them for showing up, being loud, showing us the love as well. And big things for Buffalo in store under Coach Pete Limbo. For Fozzie Whitaker and our entire crew, I'm Lowell Galindo. Thank you so much for watching SEC Network Football.
Coach Gecko.
Coach G. Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects, a 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True! Smells like insurance.
Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
Game time, wing time.
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't wait to tailgate with.
Excuse me. You left your head.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get super fast speeds and low lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience inning after inning. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks, and if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
On Season 7 of Fansville by Dr. Pepper, the new era of college football has arrived.
What's it mean, Sheriff? A 12-team playoff. It's here.
And it's getting stranger than ever.
Someone's stealing our signs!
Dad, is it true that I was born a Tech fan?
No.
The landscape is shifting.
I hate Manu Conference.
The cast is growing.
I'm a new character.
And the game is changing.
They didn't put Dr. Pepper in this game? So unrealistic. We waited 11 years for nothing!
College football, it's a Pepper thing.